The ISUPK presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas. You do not want to miss this one, Israel. Shalom.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahanna, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahanna, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahanna. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one west. They're one west. They're one west. They're
ISUPK, Trinidad and Tobago, under Commanding General Yahanna. We will be live on the streets, 91.9 FM.
West to the death till they bury me.
Every Thursday from 7 p.m. Hosted by Officer Sawapya Allah and Officer Maskoyak.
West to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me.
ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahanna, live every Thursday night from 7 p.m. on the streets, 91.9 FM.
He parted the Red Sea, and the entire nation of Israel walked out.
HUPK presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas. You do not want to miss this one, Israel. Shalom.
And all the warriors be like,
Dear hater, you for real hater? Must not be on like you say, must not be getting no real paper. One West, nigga. Dear hater, you for real hater? Must not be on like you say, must not be getting no real paper. Nigga can't have more than you know them niggas will still hate you. Those are characteristics in a pussy nigga nature. Talk that shit behind my back, but be on mute when it's a facial. Smiling in my face, but you can't hide all that hatred. I'm too silent, you a snake. I see that shit a mile away. Man of war, and I'm not sorry. Blame that shit on you, PK. Pussy ass nigga, you a pussy ass nigga. Oh, you confused, you think pussy ass nigga. This ain't drag racing, why you got that drag with you? I'm a bad kidder, pull up with two bad bitches. Masculinity be the reason she into me. She say she loving all that big priest energy. Don't remember me when I step in the facility. I'm screaming as UPK, fuck the enemy. Oh, hey, this that One West world shit right here. Think I ain't got the bitch on me, you trippin', homie, that bitch right here. Brown liquor, don't sip that clip. Cloud of vision, let's get shit clear. I ain't even fuck around, homie, put the crown on me, yeah, this my year. Yeah, and I do this shit for my niggas who solid. I ain't resent for I truly acknowledge you ain't in this truth and you ain't in this body, cause bitch you want body. We see it coming cause we really prophets. Oh, want you about it, but you didn't stop it. A hard head make a soft fast, I guess that's why you stop with your soft ass. Hood nigga that can outclass, bougie bitches who talking about class. Soon as you cut a motherfucker, they be like, why you talk to me like that? Valuable lesson, before you judge, I will check the reflection. Real love is correct. Real love is perfection. Ain't a flaw in it, this is raw business, brotherhood is a weapon. Fuck around and get stepped on, tryna step, watch how you step. Fuck around and get stepped on, tryna step, watch how you step. 10 times out of 10 when we get it in, nigga, it's a win. If you ain't in the UPK, then nigga, it's a sin. Cause it's only one body, one truth, nigga, one spirit, yeah, one God. But when the shit hit the fan, pussy nigga ran, they got in the win. When niggas saying he was down, when really the nigga switch. Niggas saying he a ride for you, when really the nigga snitch. Really the nigga quit, hey, really the nigga bitch. Yeah, and I'm just telling you the truth about it, this ain't even a diss. Yeah, this how them niggas be acting. Talking that shit like they really be bout it, but when it come down to the action, that's when you find out that they lacking. That's when you find out that they acting. And fucking with my niggas, it's a sure way to end up in the casket. Bitches us against the masses. I don't mind getting dirty, but watch how I clean it up when it get nasty. I lift that Nina up and get the flashes, just cause I love my niggas with a passion. Yeah, oh, just cause I love my niggas with a passion. Borders of blue and fringy for the fashion. Yeah, you understand me? You standing tall on what we believe in. Yeah. Either you stand on something or you fall for anything. Believe that. Look. And if you standing on the wrong thing, you falling anyway. One West. Lost tribe.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're One West. They're One West. They're One West. They're
Chicago did it.
Yeah!
something to eat.
I got some change for you. Go on real quick.
UPK under Commanding General Yahanna presents the official itinerary for the 57th Annual Lord's Passover. Kickoff. Wednesday, April 1st, the Lamb Slaughter from 11 a.m. Followed by fun and games, basketball, three-point shootout. Can you hit the target in the archery competition? Then let's gather together ourselves and eat some lamb. Later that night, the dopest podcasts, the Round Table of Truth, Cross the Line Radio, and Let a Hebrew Speak. All going down from 8 p.m. Thursday, April 2nd, the annual Kiddies Party. It's all going down at Slick City Action Park from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Followed by Scripture Breakdown Class from 7 p.m. with 12 Shield General Mahayim. Friday, April 3rd from 8 p.m. The All Black Party. You know how we get down. It's all going down at the BH Ranch, Houston, Texas. Saturday from 1 to 4 p.m. we will be hosting a brunch. Then the moment we've been waiting for all year from 5 p.m. sharp, April 4th, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. Followed by the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Sunday, April 5th from 7 p.m. The Passover and Feast of Unleavened Bread goes hand in hand, so don't miss it. Make your reservations, book your flights and hotels now. An entire week of activities for only $200. Go to isupk.com, pay your Passover fee now. Shalom.
He parted the Red Sea, and the entire nation of Israel walked out of the slavery of slavery.
The ISUPK presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahanna, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas. All black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahanna. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
ISUPK under Commanding General Yahanna presents the official itinerary for the 57th Annual Lord's Passover. Kickoff. Wednesday, April 1st, the lamb slaughter from 11 a.m. Followed by fun and games, basketball, 3-point shootout. Can you hit the target in the archery competition? Then let's gather together ourselves and eat some lamb. Later that night, the dopest podcasts, the Round Table of Truth, Cross the Line Radio, and Let a Hebrew Speak. All going down from 8 p.m. Thursday, April 2nd, the annual Kiddies Party. It's all going down at Slick City Action Park from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Followed by Scripture Breakdown Class from 7 p.m. with 12 Shield General Muhammad. Friday, April 3rd from 8 p.m. The all-black party. You know how we get down. It's all going down at the BH Ranch, Houston, Texas. Saturday from 1 to 4 p.m. we will be hosting a brunch. Then the moment we've been waiting for all year, from 5 p.m. sharp, April 4th, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. Followed by the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Sunday, April 5th from 7 p.m. The Passover and Feast of Unleavened Bread goes hand in hand, so don't miss it. Make your reservations, book your flights and hotels now. An entire week of activities for only $200. Go to isupk.com, pay your Passover fee now. Shalom.
Just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber, you go and do something like this and totally redeem yourself.
Ice raids crazy. Ice raids crazy. You've seen them ice raids lately. Ice raids crazy. They kidnap men and the ladies. Ice raids crazy. And separate them from they babies.
Ice raids crazy, tearing up dreams in the night, kicking down doors, flashing light, causing fright. Mama in the kitchen, baby crying in her arms. Agents storm in, yeah, they sounding their alarm. Who the real criminal when they snatching up the meek? Chains on the innocent, silence on the weak. They call it law, but I call it code abduction. Ripping souls apart, yeah, that's government corruption. Land of the free, man, that's a contradiction. Cause freedom got conditions in this twisted jurisdiction. White man came, took the land, drew borderlines. Now they calling Mexicans illegal, that's another crime. ICE raids crazy, kidnapping in broad daylight, separating families, that's wrong, it ain't right. Cheers on the pavement, kids with no translation. America preach love, but they practice damnation. False news paint black and brown faces as a threat, but we the hardest workers, bleed sweat, living in debt. Building skyscrapers, mowing lawns and serving plates. The same ones they hate keep America great. It's hypocrisy with badges, patriot disguise, call it national security, but it's genocide. Stolen land, stolen lives, stolen pride. The truth don't hide, it bleeds from the inside.
Ice raids crazy. Ice raids crazy. You've seen them ice raids lately. Ice raids crazy. They kidnap men and the ladies. Ice raids crazy. And separate them from they babies. Ice raids crazy.
Ice raids crazy, propaganda so sick. Fox News talking lies, playing politics. They say protect the border, but they guarding the ghost. From Tijuana to Texas, it's stolen land coast to coast. You can't deport the people from their native land when your racist flag flew in with a bloody hand. Cages and babies, what kind of nation is that? The cries echo loud, but they turning their backs. If the law is unjust, then justice ain't lawful. A badge on your chest don't make you God fool. They label them illegal, man, that word is obscene. Remember the first these were wigs and they called it the American dream. Ice raids crazy, it's a modern day lynch. History repeats, America don't flinch. Ripping roots from the ground, they call it immigration. It's really reincarnation of colonization. They say we all human, same blood, same beat, but they judge by the border and the color of your feet. No heart, no mercy, no ounce of grace. Just politics and fear in a racist face. From Rio Grande to the California coast, they hunting my people, good people, ghost of the ghost. Black and brown unity, we all grew up. If you don't like it, take your dog ass back to Europe.
Ice raids crazy. Ice raids crazy. You've seen them ice raids lately. Ice raids crazy. They kidnap men and the ladies. Ice raids crazy. And separate them from they babies. Ice raids crazy. Ice raids crazy. Ice raids crazy. You've seen them ice raids lately. Ice raids crazy. They kidnap men and the ladies. Ice raids crazy. And separate them from they babies. Ice raids crazy.
Oh shit. Back at it, not like a crack addict. I changed the lyrics up for that one. Yeah, man. We back in the play. You all know how we do it every Wednesday. Live Black Watch under command and General Yahanna. He's gonna be joining in shortly. Y'all stay tuned. General gonna be right up. You know what I mean? We back with the usual suspects, boy. The usual suspects running the whole thing down. You know what I mean? It's a glorious time to be there with prophecy. With biblical prophecy. It's a glorious, glorious time to be there with it. You know what I mean? Listen, I see Stock Wars. He bringing He's like, hold up, I need to show this one off here. Go ahead, Stocky. Go ahead, Stocky. Y'all can suck a one hand. Go ahead, suck a one, man.
Twins, sir.
Oh boy, the truth makes men into fathers, boy.
Right.
Oh, come on.
Oh shit, Fox one.
She ain't let me go. So lock it, cat.
I think it's the other way around, Doc. I think you blaming her. I think you blaming her, bro. I know what that looks like when I see it. I know exactly what the hell that looks like. And you are blaming her. She want to let you go. All right, yeah, no sweat. No sweat, Doc. No sweat.
There you go. I said, suffer the little children.
Oh shit. Hey, so like I had put a few things in the chat. Somebody check it out. See if y'all could pull it up there for me. Those stories, those particular ones.
What kind?
You talking about the okay? That's it.
Yeah, let's get that in. You all know for sure. We on the we in the swing of World War III, man. It's heading there. It's heading in that direction, and it's just going to be this thing is going to be bad. It's going to be rough.
Right.
It'll be rough for everybody going forward. You know what I mean? This is time here not to ignore, you know what I mean, not to ignore what's being laid out, what's being put forward. So like,
God, you know it's real when Kazak got his CNN fit on. You know what I'm saying? It's real.
You got the proper fit on right here. It's real deal Holyfield, man. This is good times. We in times that justify everything we ever did. Do me a favor. Could you put this on that table? Let me get some room for this computer. So like, yeah, that'll work. You can put it right there behind me on that thing right there, because that's where it's going. It's a lot, yeah, man. So listen, man, April 4th, the Lord's Passover. Don't miss it. You know what I mean? Book them tickets, pay your Passover fee. I know you have it. I know you have it already. Don't lie. I know you got it. I know you have it. And I want it. So pay it. Or else.
Yeah.
Or else. Yeah. You know what I mean?
If I could, you brothers in the army are already getting that overtime. Send that in.
Listen, man.
Overtime.
Do it while you can. Because it's going to be something else. You know what I mean? It's going to be something else. So yeah, while you pull them stories up, or if Arawadia, if you listen, if you on, I definitely put them stories, those 3 ones. I need them ASAP. I think
I got them already, sir.
You got them already? All right, most sign. You have that one, number 1 with the commander, what he said?
Yep, Khan, sir.
Okay, I think that's the one we went over earlier on, right? But I think the brother just paraphrased it. Hold on, did I? No, you know what? I left one off. Hold up, I left one off. Let me edit that one. That one's supposed to be number 1. So that.
Okay.
So like, if I could, I was getting pulled up, man. Like you said, brothers and sisters, this is an especially righteous time to be in the truth. You know what I'm saying? Some of us, man, we've been in the trenches with Commander General Yahanna and the generals and the captains teaching this truth, man, on the streets for years. And there was many times that people ridiculed us, man, and said we was crazy, told us to go get a job and all types of things. And to now be where we are and seeing the events unfold in the world the way that they are unfolding, I know that there are many people who've faced us in those streets though over these many, many years. And now I know they sitting somewhere saying, damn, them niggas was right.
Yeah.
Those niggas the whole time, the crazy ones on the corner saying that Jesus was black and saying that the white man was the devil. We told them to get a job and told them they was crazy. I remember being young in the truth a little while after Obama got elected, man, and watching the tapes from General Muhammad and General Yahanna before the election. Man, niggas was arguing in the streets, man. Voting is the way, and we behind because we didn't vote, and Barack Obama gonna give us hope and change. And here we are, man, years later. And the evil that the priests and the prophets of the ISUPK and the Commander General Yahanna was prophesying is being made manifest in the earth. And the thing is on one side it's the evil that we were prophesying, but also it was the false protection. So many brothers and sisters are so afraid. We live our lives in fear of the oppressor that we believe if we just lie ourselves down and become as the dirt for them to walk over, that'll bring us peace, that'll bring us comfort. But the Bible, in many places, the Lord says that our eyes have failed for our vain help. We have looked for a nation that could not save us. You understand? We have put our trust in Egypt and in the power of Pharaoh and their horses and chariots, but it cannot protect you. And we are in those days where all the things, the institutions, and the strength that was in place that made America seem like it was a sure shot to bet on, all of it is up, and it's all confusion and distrust and fear now. Now is the time that those brothers and sisters would wish that they had heard the truth and listened to it. For you brothers and sisters, the Lord has you here. And it is not a small thing, and it is not something to be taken for granted. The Lord allowed you to be someone that know the truth, or knew someone that knew the truth that would get you in contact with us. Do not let this opportunity and this time that the Lord has given you to get yourself right and to become a part of this body to pass you by. You understand? We don't know how much longer the time is going to be for us to be out there on the streets. We don't know how much longer the time is going to be for the internet to not be censored and different things like that. Take this opportunity the Lord has provided you, man, and lock yourself into the truth and focus and be diligent about becoming who the Lord called you to be, because the time is very short. That is, the opportunity for you to do that, or the means for you to be able to do that, may not be available. So, like it's our year.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think that's the definite emphasis on how things are. You know what I mean? Because like you saw the change, you saw the first one. That's the first story I definitely want.
Okay, come on, I'll pull that up, sir.
All right, or somebody else could get so up if you there. If you could look it up too, or if I reward you, listen, look up that.
Yeah,
sure.
Yes, like I said, the internet kind of sticking on my side too now because
No
that's
sweat.
No
sweat.
But I'm still grabbing it as well too.
That'll work.
So, like, Kev, if it helped you, I have the story up. I had it up from when I talked.
The one with the commander.
Okay, I don't have. I don't know if I have the direct quote from the commander. I do have. It was reported from Al Jazeera that the U.S. reportedly told U.S. troops were reportedly told that the war in Iran is intended to bring about biblical end times Armageddon.
Something similar to that, but they would have to be told by a senior officer. I think that's the same one.
Yeah, I got it right here too, sir.
All right, just hold on to it. Let's hit something else. Y'all let me know how the internet going, man, because I'm getting some reports. This internet is, I need to go see somebody tonight in one of them places because goddamn, y'all surely come to me if I'm late for money.
Yeah.
No,
So like I said,
you know what I mean? How did the fuck you all fucking up this internet? Go ahead.
Yeah, because we're going on down here in Trinidad again, right? So today that SOE begin again. So
yes. And just for everybody, say explain what the SOE is.
A state of emergency, right? And this is, I think, within the last year or so, this could be the third one, right? So they just came off this state of emergency just a month ago in January, and now we just to the beginning of March, and they say that there's a spike within the murder, in Trinidad, especially with gang violence now, right? So they and then even on top of that now again, well the Prime Minister of Trinidad,
so like 1 second, so I'll walk on here. Barack.
Yeah, about
thumb to what I can slap you support. I mean interrupt you. What yo?
Go ahead, so
Yeah, and what is taking place right now? The prime minister is supposed to have, some America as a summit, to come to sit down with the president. I think is America, Peru, some of the South Americans country now, right? I think within the next week or so, right? And I think these is the ones who side, with Trump on, in quelling the narco or the drugs that is being run or brought to America, right? So, and then even as well, so they started censor the internet down here as well, talking about, that, they're going to be tapping into all social media platform on everybody who on the any media platform now. So that basically what taking place right now down here. So the internet kind of in and out, in and out. Yeah.
So like Captain Shaw, I think you muted. I don't know if you were trying to speak, but I just was gonna say the internet was down here in Memphis earlier today. They had me go. I messed up, made a double payment on my internet bill because I thought that they had shut me off. I go look through the thing. I'm like, man, they got me for early payment. Salaki, I'm Israel. We don't do nothing early. You know what I'm saying? They get it when they get it. You know what I'm saying? But the internet acting up. I'm thinking that my internet down. I ain't paid the bill. And like you said, Cap, it's being funny everywhere. And if I could, in the midst of what's going on right now, don't be surprised if Esau pull that and want to cut the internet, or have to do some type of update so they can find a way to censor the algorithm or do different things like that. Like, this is not something that's new. If it was to happen here, it wouldn't be the first time it happened. In these other countries all across the earth, the government censor was on the internet. They stopped their people from knowing what they don't want them to know. And with the way that, the America's been propped up as a place that was, built on democracy and laws and order and, freedoms and all of these amendments and rights that we have. Donald Trump has erased all of that. It's supposed to be a check and balances in America. You're supposed to have three branches of government: judicial, legislative, and executive. They're supposed to check each other and keep each other in line. There's an amendment in the Constitution where the president can't go to war unless he get permission from Congress. Donald Trump has came in and said, F all of that. I'm the king. I'm the supreme ruler. I'm not sure if there's a story on it tonight, sir, but I seen a story that Donald Trump said the only thing that holds his power back is himself. He's the only thing stopping him from doing what he desires to be done, and from him to wage war the way that he desires to wage war, because he's the ultimate authority. That's what we're dealing with. And so that's what I'm saying. It's time now that brothers and sisters really lock into this truth and make sure you are in this body and doing this work and becoming who the Lord called you to be, because these devils are liable to do anything at any time, and we need to be prepared for it. So, like you, sir,
if I could say,
I was saying, Slacky, General, I don't know if you wanted to get in.
No, go ahead. I'll jump in a bit.
Go ahead, Cap.
Yeah, Khan, what you're saying is so heavy, Cap, because not only does the powers have to deal with, we have to deal with with Trump, but now we have to deal with Israel and Benjamin Netanyahu and them. The Tucker Carlson interview had over 1 million views in 24 hours. And I was looking, Khan, and I was looking at the count. I'm trying to see the view count of the reaction videos. The reaction videos were in the millions. So that was, and they have a Mossad, or they have a part of their government that only deals with cyber, the Israelis. And what that video was going viral time over. And that could have been part of the trigger to make sure hey, we need to change the news story. Trump, you need to change the news story. We need to change the news story. Push the button, because the message going out on the internet, and even with Benjamin Netanyahu, the finding out that he's not even he wasn't even Jewish. His family didn't even have Jewish name. They didn't speak Hebrew. They didn't keep Jewish holidays. That information was going far and wide, and it was creating a conversation about the land. Do the land really belong to them? We look into that. We never questioned that. The same thing we've been saying since 1969 was catching so much steam on that internet. I'm talking, it was viral multiple times, and this was in 1 week. on many different platforms I ain't never seen before. I'm like, damn, he got 500,000 views off of this topic. So they definitely will probably pull the trigger if another thing like that happens. They're gonna scrub the internet. They got the capabilities to do it. So it's a lot to look out for.
Yeah, listen. What you broke out, Kaposh, is just absolutely the truth. I mean, what's come out in recent is, if I could, is just insane. First of all, I don't know how long, Tucker Carlson gonna be around.
Damn.
Because I mean, the last two things he brought out was just, remember, he didn't just bring out about Netanyahu and them being a Jew. He also brought out about the false flag attack from Israel into those other countries, which just was ridiculous. Nobody even expected them to move the way they moved. And since they moved the way they moved, everybody's like, yo, what is going on? I mean, they went and literally bombed those countries that really had agreements with them. And, to drag them into the war on a false pretense. You know what I mean? So Iran may not have bombed any of those countries outside of that. Right now, somebody just bombed the Kurds. They saying it's Iran. The Kurds control a huge territory in the north. You know what I mean? With their land spreading into Iraq, Iran, in that whole area, Syria. So if they get into it, they're gonna be a big problem. And not only that, they got a lot to gain because they're really in a proxy war with Turkey. So it could get, more of them could be drawn in. But what you're saying is right. Like Tucker Carlson put that in there, brother. You know what I'm saying? And it rocked. You know what I mean? I collectively did about 500,000 views this month alone just on his stories. It was crazy. So false flags, them not being the Jew was just, that blew away the internet because nobody ever suspected it. Nobody ever suspected that they could have an amount of them that were not Jews living in the land. And especially here in America, they've been hearing us say that since the 60s. That we the real Jews and they're not the real Jews. And then it comes out on Tucker Carlson. Like, you know what I mean? He should get security. He should get security for himself, man. Because, that's the kind of thing they got to end stuff with.
And if I could say something real quick, what you said is so heavy, Yahanna, General, that one of the main things that he said in the Tucker Carlson interview that was also a heavy point, a cut to them Israelis, was where is the proof? Where's the paperwork? Because we've been hearing it for a long time that we have our paperwork all the way back hundreds of years that
they sure have been,
and they've been saying that all over the internet, but nobody really ever said besides us, where is it then? Post it on the internet. Show us this timeline that you have of unbroken history for 2,000 years that you claim you have. Put this stuff out there to be cross-referenced. The same with the DNA. So those points were cuts. Like they can't get around those points if people dig on just those 2 points. The DNA proof, because they don't want to uproot no bodies and put up no public DNA information. We can pull out there was a Smithsonian article that said the archaeologists in that area were complaining against the government because they could not publish any findings. And the findings they did publish, they were getting basically changed. So, they were complaining, but obviously they're nobody. The government's not going to let them publish anything that's contrary to what they've been saying. So they don't want to let the DNA open to the public to be cross-referenced by different people, by different scientists in Africa and China and South America. Let other scientists cross-reference it and look and check out this history. They wouldn't do that. They would, if they did that, they'd be pitchforks out there. They'd be pulling the pitchfork.
and they know they have it. They know it's all out there. Remember, Life magazine did something on it um back in what, the 60s, where they came out and said that the Hebrews were black. Showed the chariots, showed the paintings on the walls, showed all the information, and said that they was black. Something else that he said too, that was so, like, what Tucker Carlson brought out was such a problem for them, because remember in the Tucker Carlson interview when he started bringing up the greater Israel, and Huckabee turned around and said, well, it would be all right if they, if they wanted it all, but they don't. And now they're going to war, and they done brought all those countries in. Now it's looking like they want it all.
That's it.
Which is, turning the whole Arab world against them. This is crazy.
So,
I yield.
And so, like I said, just after what you were saying too, I don't know if you all remember, he kind of like low key played down the Holocaust, because he was in the interview, because he was saying the greatest destruction that the Jews went through was the fall, was with Rome, not with the Holocaust. But he just threw that in, and just they just looked that part over. But that's another part of it where people now starting to really go and look and to see what happened in World War II, because it's coming out more and more now that like more people died than them. But why is the focus always on them? You understand, on their deaths, like what their people worth more than other people. You understand? Now the talk coming up. You understand? Because the narrative they're trying to sell is getting outdated. You know what I mean? And now is that time. Now it's time they're trying to reboot it by just, it's the same thing. I don't know if you remember, sir. We was at camp, and I think there was a protest that was taking place, and he was on the podium speaking, and our oppressor came up to the back of the camp, and he was like, every time you all like move up, they move the bar.
Yep, I remember it like it was yesterday.
Cancer. And that's exactly what they do, is almost like every time you move up, or or nations move up, they come and knock them down. Because there's a video that I think Kazak put out where he showed the destruction of places that the oppressor went to, like Libya and stuff. When you read below one of the comments, one of the people who was on the chat was like, Libya is knocked back 50 years backwards now. 50 years. You understand? So it's almost as if, he don't let you build up but so much.
Right.
He come in and knock you down. And with us, he knows if he leaves us alone, we'll surpass him.
Yeah.
He has to keep his foot on our neck. He had to, take we identity, treat us the roughest in compared to everybody else, basically.
And I mean to cut you. Go ahead, Nida.
No, I used to.
I just want to add, and anybody that studies abuse knows that is classic abuse. When an abuser abuses somebody, male or female, they are hyper vigilant at every move that their victim does, and they can detect the slightest attempt at independence or growth or some kind of strength. And when they see that, they immediately put that down. And that's been our life here. And to keep the person oppressed, the abuser must give the person no ability to, be successful, and no ability to receive any apology. Like, that's why America will never apologize, will always be racist, will always be the way they are, because this empire is a classic empire of abuse, which always happens when you're in captivity. They just become used to keeping you in your place, belittling you till there's nothing left of you. So you always in some place that you know is below them. And as long as their ego could be fat, he's the epitome of it, Donald Trump himself, because I mean, he's just the epitome of abuse. To abuse them young girls, to be full of seeking admiration, to oppress whomever that'll make him feel strong and make him feel great. Lie, abusers lie. If you ever been in that type of situation or you ever observed that type of situation, they lie about everything, even when they don't have to lie, which is what he does, which is what America does to us in everything that we do. Like our life is just like you said. They see us come up a little bit and they hyper vigilant of it and put us right back down. We've been trying to rise up against this man in these situations righteously too. We've been trying to rise up, not violently. I mean, we had the 70s, we had the violence, but that was a lot of that was based on Martin Luther King and Malcolm being killed. But prior to that and after that, we've had very little carnal, violent revolutionaries that came up in the black community. But all the way back to the turn of the century with Marcus Garvey, 15 years after being freed, Marcus Garvey was already buying ships, trying to get people to go to Africa, which was off, but had that growth. And they saw that, and the FBI was born right after that. And then it's been that way ever since. Every 20 years or so, it's been that way, and here we are again. What we're experiencing now is just like what we experienced in the 80s under Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan was the same way like Trump. Same type of cat. Trump is even worse and way more ignorant than Ronald Reagan. But they were the same way racist as hell. Now, remember now, the whole Iran-Contra affair was them selling arms to the very people they bombing right now. They were selling guns and rockets and everything else. I thought it was just guns because that's what came out in the news. But recently, in the Epstein files, because Jeffrey Epstein was in the middle of the Iran-Contra affair. Was y'all aware of that? That's right. Jeffrey Epstein was the financier to Anand Khashoggi, who was the one working with Iran to transfer those weapons and funds back and forth. Wow. So they was getting bombs, missiles, guns, ammunition, all that back then. And now here we are again. Now they bombing them, which is classic with what America does. And man, thanks be to the Lord, all the dirt is coming out. I love it.
That's right.
I yield.
Right.
Damn right. If I may too, sir.
Please.
And just to piggyback on your point with all the talk with Tucker Carlson, this is when you had brought this out, General. I went and ordered me one. I know the green screen is gonna mess it up. I'm trying to put it in the screen right here. The Life magazine you was describing, sir.
That's it. Oh, you got it. You got it. Because I got to get with you on that background, man. That background is the bomb you got.
Most high Christ, sir.
But yeah, there it is, Life magazine. Can you open to the page? Is that the actual book?
It's the actual magazine, sir.
Oh, please open up to the page where he shows all them chariots and all that. Like they brought this out. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you got some Edomites, they get tired of the arrogance of the other Edomites.
Right.
You know what I mean? Boasting and talking and boasting, and they come up against it. And the free press is the one that kept it. The press being free kept a lot of what they were doing in line. Kept it in line. But now there's no bridle on it. Like you said, Donald Trump, like Sago said, Donald Trump breaking all the rules. That's why Steve Bannon came out and said, if Donald Trump don't win the next election, we're going to all go to jail.
Yeah.
They know they all breaking the law. So, I yield.
So, sir, if I could, as Kazak is getting the article ready to pull up, I just want to say, man, I remember when I was young in the truth, sir, we was taught that there was going to come a time that it was going to be fulfilled where the book of Revelation just speaks about the earth was going to help the woman. And at one
Right.
time, it was archaeology. It was a Life magazine. It was trips that men such as yourself, sir, took trips over there to the Middle East and to Egypt to view the actual images on the walls and the
Yep.
things that happened before the whitewashing. Well, now that's what's happening with Tucker Carlson. That's what's happening with Candace.
They catching up to us 40 years later.
Colonel Khan. They are, and if I could, sir, it's heavy in that Tucker Carlson is not an ally of the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, but he's absolutely he's taking our talking points and making it mainstream.
I thought one of y'all bribed him. Hell, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's just that the earth is helping the truth, and that's what's happening right now. All across the board, the truth is being revealed. That whole thing with the Epstein files, that was the truth being revealed, letting everybody on the planet get a glimpse into the reality of who these people are and what they up to. You understand? Donald Trump getting reelected and coming into power, the whole Doge and erasing all of those offices in the federal government, taking control of the entire government, doing away with the separation of powers, is to show everybody the entire earth is under a military dictatorship. They try to talk like Iran is the military dictatorship or these Saudi Arabia. America is a military dictatorship and has been for the last 400 years. Now we're able to see it. The Israelis wanted to position themselves as though they were the peaceful ones. They were the victims of genocide and of crimes that happened in World War II. Now everybody gets to see they are the perpetrators of genocide. They are the perpetrators of crimes. I think of the brothers, in this country who died, and the video showed what happened to Eric Garner getting choked out in New York. We saw Mike Brown get on his knees and put his hands up and say, "Don't shoot," and took a bullet to the back of the head. We saw them choke the brother of George Floyd to death and then said, well, the cops was trying to do their job. Now they over there in the Middle East committing genocide. They bombing Iran for no goddamn reason. And it's the people in this country who believe they're next. They're the ones that are standing up and they're starting to speak the truth. And now the Lord is allowing the earth to see what the ISUPK been saying since 1969, which the Bible prophesied thousands of years ago, that the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And as they continue to wax more cold and wax more wicked, and as the truth about them continues to be revealed, we're drawing closer to our king return, and all these nations having to face the Lord, pleading with them in the valley of Jehoshaphat. So like you, sir, I yield.
Damn right. Give it up.
So if I could?
Yeah.
Hey, shalom, Lord Christ. Like for my tardiness. If I could, sir, what y'all bring out is so heavy, man. These times, what I like about this whole thing is all the Christians call my phone. The Christians I haven't spoken to in years. I mean, and I answer the call. I answer the phone just like this. I see a phone call. I see this phone call from a brother I knew named David, a Christian in the world. Shalom, this is Officer William. How may I help you? That's exactly how I answer the phone. I mean, because this is like, now don't call me like you my man and we haven't spoken to. How can I help you? How can I help you? That's what I want to know. I mean, and I want to know did you call your pastor for these answers?
And you know what? That's a valid question. Because Christ cut them Sadducees and Pharisees also. And said, you didn't know, you don't know, haven't you heard this? And don't you know the scripture on that? I mean to cut you off, but he would do that too. So
yeah, come on. So the point is, sir, and Thwada for you for all the patience you've had all these years, because I can imagine, because if I'm facing and I'm feeling vindicated, I can imagine you, sir. Right?
Christ, man. Go ahead,
I swear these Christians now, they're starting to see that what's happening in the world does not align with what they've been taught. They're starting to see what we've been saying is the truth. And they got no choice but to come to us now and try to ask questions. I mean, Salaki, I yield.
You so right. Go on.
Salaki, General, I got the page right here, sir. One of the pages.
Go ahead.
Kawaka, sir.
Wow. Oh man, look at that. Look at that. What's the year on the inside cover of that magazine?
1968, sir.
1968. Life magazine put this out in the street about the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. They ain't need us to say it. They were saying it. They showed them with the plow in Egypt with the hair, young brothers. How you going? You couldn't even get around that.
Right.
And it pissed them small hats off. The reason I know is because I was with Aria when he went to Brooklyn and showed them this in the magazine. And they young students came out and said, no way that's true. No way that's true. He said, you don't believe me? Go inside and ask the rabbi. They ran from Ariana. Next thing you know, a bunch of them came out mad as hell. You know what I mean? That golden brown skin, them different shades of brown. That's us.
Right.
That's right, sir.
You can't get around that. You got another one?
Yep, Kawakan, sir.
Get one more if we could.
Kawakan, sir.
You can't get around that.
We got it's a couple of good ones in here, sir. So they got that one, the chariots. They I don't know if you can see the with the fros. They got the afros.
Oh, you can see it. Put it up there. Look at that right there.
Let me take my green screen off. So like it, sir. Let me take this off so it won't blur it.
Right. Time correct.
Right here.
Like that is, come on, man. That's whose land that belongs to, right there.
Right. Yeah.
You know, man. That's who this belongs to. These wide-nosed chocolate people. Now, if you look at the figure to the right, if you look at the figure, I don't know if it's showing it clear enough, but the figure to the right still has some of the paint on it. Well, you can see what color they were.
Right.
Well, man, like these are the people.
Right.
You know, man. And we even had those kind of haircuts and hats like the Egyptians. The Egyptian, let me tell you something. The Egyptian Empire was very much like America. Shaven beards, you know, clean cut hairstyles.
Right.
Like it's like these heathen get into, you know, their empires, and their empire wants you to take yourself away from the natural look of a man and a woman.
Right.
Not to mention all the homosexuality and all the other horrible abominations that was going on in Egypt. You know what I mean? Egypt, took it to the level of the gods they worshipped and everything. They was up there having sex with baboons and everything else. It was absolutely a organic mess that was going on up there. That was heavy, that picture you pulled out. You know what I'm saying?
So Dr. General, if I could, I'm trying to pull the precept, but I know for sure you remember it, where even just to back up your points about how Egypt is with America, when they brought Joseph up from prison to see his dreams, it says they shaved him. They cut his hair, they cut everything. Like he had to look like an Egyptian to go meet Pharaoh.
Wow, I don't even remember that. Wow. Yeah, I don't know where that one would be. It would probably have to be when they pulled him up out, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody maybe somebody could go pull that scripture and see if they can find out where in there. I never read it in there. I've read where we had to get groomed in these different kingdoms, but I've never read that before. That would be a new one on me.
Yeah,
in Egypt,
and they
where they had Joseph do that.
Yeah,
now it might be in a different part. It may not be in his story. It might be in the Psalms. Go ahead, Mashak. I didn't hear you.
No, it's in Genesis. I'm gonna find it for you soon. But
find it, man. That'll be a new one. That'll be a good one, man.
Yeah, that's
what.
You got it.
Come on.
Tell them where you at.
Genesis chapter 41, verse 14.
Yeah.
Then Pharaoh sent and called Joseph, and they brought him hastily out of the dungeon. And he shaved himself and changed his remnant and came unto Pharaoh.
That's it.
Right.
Just like you said. He shaved him and changed his raiment, which probably means twofold. Put him in new clothes and put him in Egyptian clothing.
Egyptian clothes, come.
You know what I'm saying? Made him look like one of them.
Yeah.
Which was required. You know what I'm saying? In their kingdom. Which is just like in America, when you go for one of them top jobs, you gotta shave that beard. They're a little more liberal with it now.
Right.
But shoot, 10 years ago,
right?
Yeah.
You couldn't have no braids, you couldn't have no beard. Black women couldn't even wear their hair styled up.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that goes way back to before the 60s. In the 60s, to get the right haircut, we was wearing that conch.
Yeah.
You had to put that lie in your hair.
Right.
That lie is something you use to dissolve things. And you had to put that lie in your hair that was hot like fire.
Yeah.
And it would straighten your hair all the way out. Then you had to run to the sink and have it washed out of your hair before it burnt your scalp up. And it still might burn your scalp up. You still had to put a little Vaseline on it and all that. And we did that to have absolute Edomite hair. Now sisters are still able to do it, but they could just do it with a wig now. You slap a wig on and automatically they got that Edomite hair, or they use that hot comb, or they got tons of products now where they can go and you can go and put that stuff in your hair and it comes out just like a white woman's hair. You know what I mean? And shortly after that, in the 70s, we tried again to come back on our own. We got rebellious against the conch in the hair.
Right.
We didn't want the conch in the hair in the 70s. And then showing up in the 80s, that's when they started coming out with them wigs.
Right.
Oh, you can wear your hair like this and wear your hair like that, because you could not wear that hair braided up going to that slavery.
Mm-hmm.
You know, man, I think the law on it just passed recently. Am I right?
Kawakan, sir.
That law where a black woman could wear her hair how she wanted just passed. You know what I'm saying?
Kawakan. It's like it's called the Crown Act, sir.
The Crown Act. Where you can now wear what you want on your head.
Right.
Which is ridiculous. Like the idea, and I'm listening to talk radio today, if I could real quick, Akia. And on talk radio, I mean, they having a heated debate on whether or not black people should support this war. And they love to use that word support this war because, of course, they don't really mean go to war. They mean send poor, black people that are rebellious against the empire. Should we send them? Should we push making them join the war? And of course they argue, well, we shouldn't, and it wasn't a legal war and all of this. And we didn't get nothing for it. And last time, and we ain't received no respect for when we did, and we fought all these wars. And they keep having a discussion, which just burns in my crow ad nauseum, to have a discussion on whether or not America has been right to us enough for us to go to war and die for them. Is like, we still having that argument. We still discussing whether or not America loves us or not. That's like still a conversation. Like, it's ridiculous. It shouldn't even be a conversation about that, because it should be clearly understood these people can't stand us. And abusers, right? When they study those families, like those family annihilators that Kazak put out that video on that was so right, that was a strong video. And so when they got those family annihilators, before they get to the point where they kill everybody, they take one child and they designate that child to be like the scapegoat.
Mm-hmm.
And they turn on that child and pour all of their venom, all of their anger, all of their revenge, all of their abuse mainly comes at this child. And what we don't realize is that is what America has done with us.
Right.
America will work with every dark nation around the world. They ain't gonna like them, but they'll work with them. They'll do business with them. They'll do business with their government. Their government comes up against them, they'll go to war. But us, we're designated as that child to be abused. We're designated as that one. And we keep going back just like an abused relationship. You get in an abused relationship with a woman that's an abuser, you'd always be trying to figure out, do she love you? Should you stay? Did she mean what she meant when she did this evil thing to you? Well, what do you think is happening to us here? We still trying to figure out whether or not this man love us, whether or not we are part of this kingdom. Like, what we're supposed to be doing is what could we asking ourselves what we could do to help ourselves, because he's never going to love us. So we should be asking that question. That should be the discussion. But of course, if you having a discussion on whether this man loves you, you don't do nothing for yourself. And then when he comes around again to do more abuse to you, you have no clue of what the hell is going on. And you just stay in that treadmill cycle. You stay on that hamster wheel over and over and over and over again until there's nothing left of you. And that's what's happened to us here. Scripture said that he shall wear out the saints of the Most High. Right. And that's exactly what he's done in this place here. Like, we have to think about helping ourselves, not thinking about whether or not they've been loyal and should we. That's a fool's argument. Martin Luther King was arguing whether or not the Vietnam War was right and the Vietnam War was just. He had become a Vietnam War activist. Started out a civil rights activist and then ended up arguing about the Vietnam War, which was ridiculous because, of course, if he hated us and now he hates the Viet Cons, well, let him hate the Viet Cons. You're going to stop him from hating the Viet Cons and killing the Viet Cons so he can come back to America and finish hating you. Like, that didn't make no damn sense. It made no sense because that's us. We trying to love America, be part of America, when Christ said, man, come out of her. Like, our mindset got to get out of this place. Like, we still, and if we never knew before, them Epstein files sure showed us that if you sitting around trying to, see the best of America, they eating babies. They eating babies. You better get ready to help yourself. I mean, not them. They all right. They fine. You see them bombing the hell out of Iran. They good. But we are not. Salakia. I yield. Damn right. Damn right.
General, did you want to start with any one of these stories? On France?
Yes. Anyone that you have, please let us get a taste of it. Because what's going on over there right now is amazing.
Come on.
What they doing? Did we lose Soccer Wolf? I think we lost him for a second.
I'll just get my camera.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He's there. Okay, beautiful. So I yield.
Kawakhan, sir. U.S. commander told troops Trump has been anointed by Jesus to wage war on Iran.
Now, do we have that video?
I'm looking it up now, sir.
I might have. I don't have it. But say it again, Kazak. I'm sorry.
Kawakhan, sir. U.S. commander told troops Trump has been anointed by Jesus to wage war on Iran.
Damn. and let me tell you something. White people have never lived down that crusade war.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, that's what that talk is. That's crusade talk. Saying that he have never lived, he's here by God to fight them. Meaning they want that. They hate that they lost that war to the Ottoman Empire.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They want another crack at the back. You know what I'm saying? To go at it again.
General,
Yeah.
Just to add to what you're saying, now I understand why the Arabs and them saying they've been wanting to hit them for 3,000 years, or they're saying Iran hitting them for 3,000 years or something like that.
Right.
I now understand what the hell they're saying, as you say. This is the, as you say, the Ottoman Empire and them Persians and them.
Right. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, like I said, like they had a piece of the Middle East and decide to, you know what I mean, share it with the oppressor. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, like, you know what I mean? I yield.
So, like, if I could,
Please, go ahead, Colin.
when he made that statement about that he was anointed by Christ, man, like them soldiers, they looking like, what the hell?
Right. It's supposed to be a separation, church and state.
Exactly. It's supposed to be a separation of church and state. And they said they got the Military Religious Freedom Foundation. They got over 200 calls from soldiers saying, "What is this about?" I'm hearing they said this that we fighting the war of Armageddon, and that Trump is anointed by. That's all I want to say, sir. So like I hear.
Oh man.
They thought they was going and play like like one of them video game and come back home.
Right.
It was.
Yeah, man.
If I could, sir.
And to invoke your Hawashai is a dangerous thing.
Yeah, that's right.
You in there, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to be they don't want to be called out as a false prophet.
Right.
Because they pushing him into the prophetic seat.
Exactly.
And you gonna blunder if you ain't right. You will blunder in that seat. Salaka, I yield.
And so like go ahead.
I'll be quick, sir. And he might be right. He might be appointed by God, just like Pharaoh was appointed by God to make that fall. You know what I mean? He might be sitting in the seat of Pharaoh right now to be made an example of. Salakia, sir.
Damn. Very possible. Go ahead, up.
No, sir, I was just going to add, you know what I mean? Well, if they're saying that, then what is saying about Jesus Christ? Because this man is accused of being a pedophile. You understand? No, you're going to say he anointed by Jesus. So you're saying about Jesus. Jesus, you know what I mean? Like these people, like they're using religion for their gain. You know, it's supposed to be separation from what church and state. But no, it looks like it got to be separation from state and synagogue, or synagogue and state. You understand? Because you know what I mean, lo and behold, we thought Benedict Arnold was the biggest traitor, but it seems as if there's a ton of Benedict Arnolds running around in the White House. You understand? Like that Lindsey Graham, boy, if he is more Israeli than American. Like, you don't ever
He sure is.
Yeah, him and
because I think they asked him, you know, something to that effect.
Because he on a war path for them people, like it's, you know what I mean, like it's like who you working for, basically,
right?
You know what I mean? Like this is you know what I mean, like these oppressors, you know what I mean, they gonna have to fight this one out, sir. They really gonna have to fight this one out, because I see it seems as if they're gonna want us to fight their war. I want to say us meaning black people, Hispanics. You understand? Like poor people. They'll want to send poor people on the front line to go fight their wars.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just like what it did when the English was coming to take this country back. They went and made a deal with us, and we went and fought them English people all for them. And they didn't know that that's a trump they have. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If the going get hard for them, they come get these black people to go fight. They come get these Hispanics, come get these Native Indians, because they know we warriors to go fight for them. You understand? This one, they're gonna have to go fight. You know what I mean? The Lord put in that spirit, you know what I mean, back on the earth, in blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people. They're gonna have to go fight this one out, these white boys. Be patriotic. You know what I mean?
So like if I could, like if I for them to say that Donald Trump has been anointed like to fight a holy war on the right hand side is blasphemous.
Yeah,
like it's so bad. Like even if anytime the chaplain got to step back and say, "Hold on," like like this is like, you know, you're dealing with religious psychosis at this point. And a lot of the white evangelicals, they are toe in line with this religious ideology.
Like just this month or this these past few weeks, they want to put the 10 Commandments in the school. I think they did it out in Oklahoma. They did it in some they about to mandate it in Texas, and they're doing it in Louisiana. Like these people here, they really believe the Lord is with them. Like say the Lord, He was gonna send a strong delusion. You know what I'm saying? And especially in these times, like the people that they think they the Lord's people, or they doing God's will. Like the Lord gonna show them in the end. You know what I'm saying? You was against me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You was the great dragon.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Everything about America is on the left-hand side when it comes to righteousness. It's antichrist what's going on here. If they were so of Christ, why they won't release the files? Why everything got to be redacted?
Right.
If they so of Christ, then what? You don't. Christ didn't have nothing to hide.
Yo, then.
You understand? He didn't. He didn't lie. He even told the disciples, I'm going to prepare a place for you. You know what I'm saying, and so forth. And if it wasn't so, I wouldn't tell you. He didn't try to scam nobody. He didn't hustle nobody. But you dealing with some scam artists, and they got Hegseth. His pastor is the main one up in there talking about the religious war. That's the one who kicked it off.
Mm-hmm.
His pastor is one of the ones that talking about this is a holy war and so forth. In general, they haven't got over the Crusades, and they still think, you know what I'm saying, that white supremacy is the way of the world. But that they run out of time. You know what I'm saying? They not just at a war with fighting Iran and trying to not run out of ammunition or missiles. They at a war. They at a war against a fight against time, because they don't have enough time to do what they want to do. You understand that sand in that hourglass is about to empty. So like I yield.
So like if I could jump in, I have a slightly different take on that, sir. Now, just like with Caiaphas, remember Caiaphas them called the council about what to do with Christ. And then after they say, well, listen, what we gonna do? He said, y'all don't know nothing. It would be expedient that this one man die. It would be expedient for us, meaning him and the rest of them politicians, that one man die and the nation stays. And the verse to tell you, he didn't know what he was saying at the time, but it was that was the plan, that Christ would go for the 12 tribes. But Caiaphas was speaking from the point of view of killing Christ for his own benefit. We've been saying, if you'll put Trump in there, you're going into World War III, and your sons and daughters gonna die. So this fool telling them that from that perspective of, Trump is anointed and you should feel good about him. We've been saying he's going in there and you're going into the Middle East and y'all ain't coming out. We've been saying Trump is going to carry your sons and daughters into the Middle East and y'all ain't coming out. It's down here like how we always say, the Lord put in a mirror. They're looking at it one way, but when the mirror put it back on you, he's carrying you into the Middle East. He's the one that goes straight up and down to do it. He making all the aggressive moves, breaking all the laws, and it's going to end up with your sons and daughters in war. He gonna do it. He's definitely the one, but not how you think it is. You think he some holy war to bring Christendom into the whole world. Like everywhere gonna be Templar Knights and everybody gonna be celebrating Easter. Nah, you're about to have more coffins and funerals than a little bit. Like, y'all thought Ayatollah was bad with killing how much? 40,000 in 2 months? We didn't see one body. We see more bodies during COVID. I ain't seen no mass graves. I ain't seen no report about the morgue talking about they can't handle the amount of bodies. All these 40,000 bodies. Trump is leading them into the Third World War. So on the right hand side, what they say in there, if it is, if it's like that, damn it could be true.
Wow, that's a good angle. Give it up. That's a good ass angle.
All right.
You know, man. Like the Lord could have had him say it just to say, just for him to prophesy. You know what I'm saying? Like you could be right. Like the Lord might have had him say it so the world could know. Yeah, don't be surprised. He bring y'all all the way in because they coming in like crazy.
That's right.
They coming in that Middle East like they giving away free cheese.
Yes, sir.
Salaki, sir, if I could, just to
Please.
piggyback on what both Captain Kahana and Captain Mashak said, I'll just paraphrase it real quick. Amos chapter 5, verse 18. It says, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light." They think that Donald Trump is ushering in the Armageddon and the return of Jesus Christ, not understanding what that means for them. Like Captain Mashak said, the day of the Lord is dark and full of gloom for them. Christ's return means the earth got to get set in order, means judgment got to rain down, which means all the evil that has and the injustice that has been done, now justice is going to reign. They think that they want for Armageddon to be upon us. They think that they want for Christ to return, not understanding that Christ's return means that all the scriptures that we read about the Lord's judgment, you know, I think in Revelations 13:9, where it says, "He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity."
Yeah.
All of those scriptures will be fulfilled upon the return of Christ. So these devils can believe that if they want to. You understand? And they could preach it to the military and tell them, "You going to fight a holy war in the name of Jesus." No sweat. We'll see what happens when these scriptures continue to be fulfilled and when that day of the Christ returning is upon us and what everybody gets to see in that day. So, Lucky, sir, you.
That's a damn right. That was a good point out. Because there's a lot of room for death down there now.
That's right.
Yeah.
Man.
Salaki, General, if I could pull a scripture just on the back of that too. So if I could,
please.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, starting at verse 1. It says, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and no account of his labors," which is us. The 12 tribes of Israel, they make no account of our labors. They treat us like we just nothing and we didn't build nothing.
Yep.
It's to be discarded.
Like we should be thankful they making us work.
Right. Verse 2.
Yeah, so like I said, have it here on the side, sir.
Okay, 2 out of 2. Go ahead.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 2. "When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear."
Right. And that's why they're going to be troubled when they see it. Because their leaders is telling them Trump is of the Lord. He's crying, and Trump trying to sell the thing with this whole Prince of Peace thing. All these wars, he's slowly trying to take on the character of Christ being the peaceable one. End wars, I've ended all these wars. I need a Nobel Peace Prize. Peace. If they don't want to do what I say, we'll bomb them. And peace. He's taking on it, and all their leaders is telling them he's bringing Christ back, and they expect Caesar Borgia. But they are going, when they see it, they're going to be troubled with fear. Go ahead.
"And shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation."
Go ahead.
So far beyond all that they looked for.
When Trump finish all this anointing service that all the Christians think he gonna do, when them UFOs show up, they're gonna be shocked. Yeah. And when a nigga come out them UFOs, they're going to lose their goddamn mind. They're gonna lose their mind. They're all gonna be there like in them movies. We welcome you, peace, peace. All the friars from the Vatican gonna be busy, Lord, amen. And then a nigga come out, head like is a dog. A nigga come out, they're gonna lose their ever living mind. Cotton picking mind, like what they like to talk about us, because it's so far beyond what they're looking for. Them soldiers going into the Middle East, thinking white power, white supremacy, make America great again, make you great again. And they don't know all this work they're doing is so that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is going to rule the earth.
That's right.
It's going to be so. I mean, if I could just get the next 2 verses, please.
"And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, This was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach."
They're gonna say this is he who we had in derision and reproach. They're gonna be these niggers. A nigger come out the UFO. A nigger. They're gonna scream nigger from the top of their lungs. They go a nigger because Trump was supposed to bring Caesar back.
Right.
Like where on earth is Caesar? And this is why they're definitely gonna be turning to fight and throw everything at Christ, because after doing all of this, expecting Caesar, expecting what's the thing they call manifest destiny, and all the things they think they're entitled to. They went and they fought the war and they're expecting white supremacy. Then the trumpet sound and all the prophecies lining up, and the UFO, the chariots of the Lord come. They might even be singing "Swing Low, Sweet Chariot." And when that nigger come out, they're gonna say kill him. They're gonna say lynch him. They're gonna be mad and angry and upset. So it's damning like the Lord lining the thing right up. Lining the whole thing right up. That was it, so like it is for sure more, but that was it there, so like it.
That was heavy, bro.
Con, if I could say something real quick,
please jump in. Man.
What the other ones is saying is so heavy, because now we starting to see, after the chips start to fall, everybody starts laying down with the cards they got to play. We starting to see the real card is that Bible. You know, that's the real thing. That this is why it's so important. The prophets are so important. That's why the ISUBK is so important. Because we're the only ones who could combat what they're trying to say about the Bible and about God.
That's right.
Without the ISUPK, the knowledge that the Lord put here in the men to break down that Bible, our people would damn near wholesale start to follow along with whatever they scheme up and they say is in the Bible. Whatever they start pushing and they start getting their leaders to push, they'll start scheming it, because our people wasn't saying them ain't the real Jews. Our people were saying, yeah, you know, they're the real Jews, and you know, we got to support you. If you bless Israel, you're going to be blessed.
Yeah.
So that's what we got to do. That's where our people would be without the ISUBK. That's why our job is so important. That's why that Bible is so important. That's the real weapon of not of mass destruction, but of mass manipulation that the oppressor has been using against us. That's where the real power lies, that white Jesus. That's where the oppressor's power lies over us. You know, he got the drugs. He got us on drugs. He got us listening to crazy music. He got us in the school system. He lying to us. He pay our pay. We got to go to him for everything. But at the end of it all, when it comes down to something like this, where people got to decide if they're going to go live or die for America or for this oppressor, the thing that the oppressor got to fall on is not the rap music. It's not the your job. Do this for your job. It's look at the Bible. Jesus is white. These Jews are white. You got to fight for them. God wants you to fight for them. Jesus is going to return. Now that's the real brainwashing. And our job is so important, because in the ISUBK, we got the answer for all that crap they always say. The Lord, God said 1948 was the year God wanted the Israelites back in Israel. We ain't have no defense for that. We had all black people like, well, you know, so it's in the Bible, you know, the Israelites, Jews are supposed to return and blah, blah, blah. All the Christians, without the ISUBK, we would be defenseless. You know what I mean? Without the knowledge it is that's in this building, in this school. Right. So our job is important. Okay.
Damn right.
So you want to continue a little bit more with this, or you want to move on to the other?
What's your call, Mashak? You feel like the story done?
I don't know, because is there any more in there?
We actually didn't get a chance to read it, sir. Okay. Kawakan.
If you want to read it a little bit, I could show the show some of the footage of this while you're reading.
Kawakan, sir. It says the Military Religious Freedom Foundation says it has been inundated with over 200 calls from members of the U.S. military regarding religious comments made by U.S. commanders about the war in Iran. One combat unit commander reportedly said that the war is part of God's divine plan, and that President Trump has been anointed by Jesus to light the signal fire in Iran to cause Armageddon and mark his return to earth. Last month, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth invited the controversial Christian nationalist pastor Doug Wilson to lead the Pentagon's prayer service. Wilson has opposed Muslims holding public office and does not believe women should be allowed to vote. The U.S.-Israeli war on Iran has entered its 5th day, with the U.S. and Israel launching new waves of intense bombing targeting Tehran and other areas. The reported, slack it, sir.
No, that's it. This is wild.
God. The reported death toll in Iran has risen to 1,045. U.S. forces say they have struck more than 2,000 targets since Saturday. Israel is also escalating its attack on Lebanon, where it has ordered mass evacuations. Iran is continuing to retaliate by attacking Israeli and U.S. allies across the Gulf. Targets reportedly struck by Iran include the U.S. Embassy and CI station in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
If I could, like as the general was saying, this down there bringing back the Crusades, because I don't know if you all remember, about 6 months ago, England had a whole a challenge down there where they were painting that what do they call it, some king's cross, I forget, Henry's cross, the red cross, the Crusade cross. I forget the name of it. They call it. And they was painting that everywhere on the the little roundabouts, anything with a white background, they paint the cross. And so much so that the British government came out and say, well, listen, don't stop them, we'll just go cover it up. And they was hiring people to work overnight, overtime, to repaint the stuff that they say was vandalism. And of course, the white supremacists, Britain First, and the EDL, the English Defense League, they came out and was attacking people painting, saying, how the hell is this vandalism when I'm painting my national flag? And they looked at it like, we have to do this because of how much of them Muslims was over there and the Sharia law, and also it's down there like there was farming this religious crusade type shit. The whole Zionist gradualization. You know what I mean? That whole school of thought is down there like they're putting it out. So when they start making the moves, they have indicators of how people would react, and they already introduce it, so you wouldn't get that strong knee-jerk reaction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You wouldn't get that thing, because for sure to come and declare this thing here, you know what I mean? They had the picture. We saw it with January 6th, where is Christ, Trump, and John Wayne. You remember that?
Yeah.
They had the Trinity. It's like Jesus Christ, Trump, and Wayne.
Damn.
It's the Roman triumvirate. You know what I mean? So the Lord is for sure lifting their spirit and giving them that courage, like how black people would say, you drink alcohol and you get courage. You get a little spirits in you, so you have courage to do things now.
The liquid courage.
That liquid courage to water. It's like that's what the Lord is saying and pushing them to do it. You know what I mean? Lifting them up so he could take them down, because it's going to be to the point now where when the judgment comes, nobody's going to come to their rescue.
So like if I could, like what they're saying, they talk, when they talking to them troops now, and a lot of them troops is getting nervous, and a lot of them are not Christian, quote unquote. So now it went from cryptic to apocalyptic in no time. with these people, and what's gonna happen? Mutiny is coming to the U.S. military. It's coming.
Yeah,
They just had some Marine or SEAL or whatever. He got pulled out of a meeting. They broke his arm. He was holding on to the door. They snapped. You can hear it snap in the video. Like this thing here is going. It's going there. It's going. And
I know this is a stretch, but I'm telling you, I believe Trump is going to as this thing heat up on the home front with people opposing this war and veterans opposing this war. I know a lot of MAGA people ain't gonna believe this, but Trump gonna try to take them guns. Now you watch. He's gonna try. They like, well, you pro gun. If it ramp up to the point where you got, because the MAGA movement is fractured now.
Yeah.
Like the war alone, and as the body count goes up, some people even disputing the actual body count of the soldiers they lost. They saying Trump is letting people, telling them, don't tell them how much.
I'm telling you,
because
I was saying the same thing. It ain't no six.
They saying ain't no way in the hell Iran hit all them spots, and you only like hit 6 people.
Yeah,
we're talking about hypersonic missiles that's hitting base and leaving craters in the ground.
They move the people. They're saying they move people ahead of time. But how move them when all your ships was around Venezuela?
Exactly.
Cap, what they're doing was they told them, Iran hitting them hotels on them because America told the people to go in them hotels. I'm so serious.
That man run a man in motion and still get sacked?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that shit? Salaki, go ahead.
No, what you're saying is so right. Like they saying and it's almost like Vietnam. They got to control the narrative. They got to control the propaganda and what's going on, because a lot of those. But see, what's going to happen next is a lot of them generals and stuff going to start speaking, and a lot of them it's probably already tension. That's why Hegseth did a pre-purge already of the military.
Right.
He already did a pre-purge, and usually what happens is after that purge, then there's an installation of people who are loyalists. It's kind of like what Hitler did when he did the Third Reich, when he was building them up. It's the same thing, and now people are like, "Oh, am I fighting for America or am I fighting for some MAGA religious movement?" And it is starting to fracture in there. They're not really talking about it. But it's people on online, they saying, man, it ain't looking good. So Trump really got to move fast.
Yeah.
He gonna do this because if it fractured militarily, and especially if they have somebody up there with some power, then now you're gonna have a whole other issue, kind of like how they did in Rome.
Yeah. Because so like you got this out to what Captain Khan saying. Because you got to think about it like this too. Like to have yes men need what? Money to turn the back on stuff.
Yeah.
You understand? Now, they say the Iranians, their drones cost like what? 35,000 US. 35 to 50,000 US. The THAAD missiles on them costing at least 1 million. You can imagine how much money they done use up in that war already for them 4 days. They said Trump was trying to get backdoor deal with them Iranians to call a truce to end it. And them Iranians is like, nah. They went so far into saying the decentralize their rank. So now ain't nobody calling the shot, one man calling the shot. So if you knock out one section, the other section is stopping. If you knock out that section, the other sections are stopping.
That's right.
Like they full out was prepared to go to war with this oppressor. These are, to them, they're looking at it like a holy war too. Go ahead.
No. I mean, I'm gonna forget. When you said something heavy, I'm gonna go. You hit the nail on the head. I'll go after you, sir. Salaki.
No, I'm good, Salaki.
No, if I could, Cap, what you saying, and they call it an existential war, meaning this is not a war to get some kind of economic or some kind of end the nuclear deal or whatever. This is a war of extermination. That's what we dealing with. We are dealing, when they say existential war, meaning this war here is for the survival of our nation. They already called it over there. That's why Lebanon getting in it, Pakistan, they didn't already saying, if we go, y'all coming next. This is a war. It's damn near like Calvin Shite. It's a mirror on all levels. Because the Arabs are saying, hold on. And then with this coming out about it's a holy war, oh, you ain't saying nothing but a word. Now they calling jihad. You understand? It went from Dubai to Baba. See, this is why the UPK has always been right. Okay? I don't want to hear nothing else about it. We got to talk about this. I don't want to talk no more.
Oh shit!
Sluggy, if I may too, sir.
Get down, Salaki.
Kawakant, the water too general. And what y'all saying is so heavy. And it's like we talking about liquid courage. The Bible said they will be drunk off the blood of the saints.
Come on.
Like they don't understand. Like you are so puffed up, and the pride of your heart have deceived you that you really believe that Christ is on your side.
Wow.
You really believe in this entire thing with you going to an island to have sex with kids and to eat kids, that Christ is on your side. You are a sick bastard. You are a sick piece of filth to know what you're doing in the dark, to know what you're doing on that island and all over the earth, and to still think that somehow God above is shining down on this beautiful haven of liberty and justice. God hates America, man.
Yeah.
He hates America. His eyes are upon the sinful kingdom. And you don't understand what you're asking, like Commander Yahanna, like you said. You playing a dangerous game now, calling on the power of Yahushua, our king. You playing a dangerous game, blaspheming our king. Salakia.
That's true. What you saying is so true. Salakia. You know what I mean? Like you calling for a holy war, which means, and then for you to say that, for that cat to say that, they sending the signal to the Arab world, we taking it all. This is for all the marbles. Like right now, them Arabs know it's for everything.
Yes, sir.
Now, them Arab countries, like the scripture said, that Ishmael shall dwell with his brethren. The rest of them Arab countries could flip. He's still a madman. Esau done tried to, turn him into a freak in Dubai, try to give him some of the lifestyle of Esau, thinking this is going to buy him into that world, when he'll get back with his brethren and go, right into the madness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I heard his son now, Khomeini's son took over. I don't know how true it is, but I heard he took over now as the main one in the zone. So it's bad either way. Salakia.
Kind of constant. It's down there like that song Hotel California. You could check out, but you could never leave. Like they don't down there now. They done messed the way up going down there. You could check and listen down there. It ain't like Afghanistan where you could sell your rifle and your bulletproof vest and backpack it into Europe. Down there, you can't defect. You can't.
Yeah.
No, it's real life checkmate with this thing going on here. And with the last 14 months or so, with the amount of lies they've been lying, whatever they're telling us about this Iran thing, you cannot take nothing to the bank.
No, yeah, right. Like if anybody believes this war is about anything else than hiding them Epstein files, then you are sadly naive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And all that talk and all that back and forth, nations go to war to steal each other's resources. That's it. That's all.
That's all.
It ain't about nothing else that they saying but taking what somebody else has. That's the only reason that you go to war, regardless. They'll say anything they want, but that's the real reason right there.
Yeah.
And in this case, they didn't need to want anything from Iran. He needed a major distraction, and he got it too.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody talking about them Epstein files but us right now.
Yep.
And watch, I don't be surprised if somewhere in the middle of this, they drop the second half of them files.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying? Like now is about the right time for them to drop that second half. So you ain't got time to go looking through there because the whole earth is at war.
Go ahead, Kapash.
No, you go ahead, Adawan.
Now I was just gonna say so like he's so silly. He trying to wait out the Jewish man and from with his bribes. He don't know Netanyahu gonna drop the files any goddamn way.
Yeah.
Like once he used him all the way out, that shit getting released like a movie. It's gonna be playing in IMAX in
Yeah.
every theater. That shit will be the most watched thing on Netflix or wherever it is. They're gonna
Yeah.
release that house anyway. But you saw the Hillary Clinton deposition. She lost it in there.
I didn't know that.
General, they ask her. They say, what did you think about the pictures when that you saw your husband being massaged by these young girls? Surely you were upset. She said, I ain't come here to give you my opinion. Ask me a direct question or I'm leaving. She said, as a matter of fact, let's take a break. And she walked out.
Dang.
She walked the hell out of the shit.
Mm.
You know the thing is getting real sticky.
Yeah.
Come what you're saying is heavy on the one because I was looking up what makes Iran such a serious threat. It said AI said cyber warfare capabilities. Iran has developed into a top tier cyber adversary as the current military conflict unfolds. Experts have warned of catastrophic potential cyber attacks against infrastructure and water and energy and blah blah blah. But I'm thinking maybe they got the Epstein files too. You got the Epstein files?
Good night.
Yeah,
and you know, Trump was looking very uncomfortable in that when they were meeting with the French ambassador. Hey, when he was meeting, he did not look confident, man, sitting up in that chair. And they talked about how is it Spain and Italy or just Spain refused to join in?
Spain right now, sir.
Right. Like he looked very uncomfortable. And the fact that he's sitting in there with the French ambassador says that he needs them to get into the war.
Yep. And remember in times past, he slighted France big time.
Right.
Him and America just on the whole. France was never given no kind of respect or nothing. So to now go back to France is like you called and now you couldn't back it up.
Salagi, sir, if I could too.
Yeah.
Let's not forget that all of this is happening on the heels of the Supreme Court knocking down Trump's ability to put them tariffs against them other nations. Right after Trump went over there to the in Europe at that convention they had and told all them European NATO nations to their faces, man, y'all gonna do what we tell y'all to do. We taking Greenland. We the power of all the powers. NATO need us. Now they didn't step their foot all the way in the mess, and NATO looking like, hey, look, B, I don't know if we gonna even really rock with y'all like that. And Trump, again, without the ability to put them tariffs in place that Trump did, the U.S. economy, the dollar was on the brink of total collapse. Total destruction. This move against Iran is now going to be the excuse for why the price is going up on everything. All the dollar is, the world economy halted. The only economy that's halted is the American economy and the Western economies. All them countries over there in them European nations, they the ones that's going to suffer if OPEC shut them oil valves down. And that's what's happening right now in Saudi Arabia, in Dubai, and the United Arab Emirates. They closing them oil chutes down because the bombs is blowing up, and they saying Iran is targeting their refineries. So if all of those plants that's producing the oil shut down and all of the prices of everything goes up, the easy excuse is, that war in the Middle East, man, the Iranians, they're waging economic terror against us. When the dollar was already about to collapse and all of the BRICS nations was talking about flipping to a online payment system anyway.
Right.
Needed an excuse for them not to be the reason why America fell apart when they were. And they're trying to do everything they can in the last-ditch effort to, keep it intact. It's almost like in Jeremiah, the 51st chapter, where the Lord talked about Babylon is fallen. Is there any balm that can heal it? Can anybody bring it back? The answer is no, man. The Lord prophesied the destruction of this place, and it's happening. And they are trying hard to stave it off or to stop it from being seen by everybody. But the world is going to be able to see, if they don't already, very shortly, that America has fallen, and this place will never be able to recover as a result of the evil that is done all across this planet.
Yeah, man.
If I could, sir.
Please, jump right in. I'll be right there.
If I could advise Trump or all these people in the Epstein files as to what the ultimate distraction from the Epstein files, I would tell them, look, This is what you do. You just go on national TV and say the Jews are black.
That's right.
Nothing else would matter at that point. Epstein files would not matter because what you worry about the Epstein files? The Jews are black.
So he go on there and he said, "Bibi told me." Bibi knows he's not a Jew. He's not a Jew. He's not a real Jew. Jews are black. They've always been black. Believe me, I know black people. Black people been black all their life.
I love black
people. Go there and say that shit out. It's what the Epstein files are.
It's like a tooth I made.
So lucky. Go ahead.
Sir, and what Officer Warren is saying is so heavy, as we just observed the Feast of Purim and how we were in the captivity of these Persians, which biblically are the Iranians. I've seen videos of the Jewish man in bomb shelters. I got it because I was going to do a video about it. I got footage of the Jewish man in bomb shelters, quote unquote, celebrating Purim. They dancing and they singing to their little Jewish songs. And like we said yesterday, with Captain Akai, he came down to DC. Shout out to him, and he taught the class, the Purim, and Monday and Tuesday. Like him and Captain Mashak was saying, if the Jewish man were the real Jews of the Bible, wouldn't that be the main thing you would bring out during this time? Like, if you are the people of the book and you recognize we are in the time of Purim, wouldn't you draw the parallel and say the Persians is the Iranians? And they had us in captivity back then, and now we're fighting against them now. They can't do it because they have no connection.
That's right.
They have no relation to the Jews of the Bible, to the Israelites of the Bible at all.
Yeah.
And so when you see what's happening with them in Iran, it's like, okay, this is them and the Arabs competing for which God is powerful. This is Allah versus whatever God the Jewish man believes in. You understand? You know, their version of Elohim or whatever they want to call them. This is Allah versus that. And what they don't understand is, and I've seen this happen because I got a lot of siblings. It's like when the siblings fight, then the OG got to step in and be like, okay, I'm above all y'all. And that's what's going to happen. You Arabs, you want a crusade, you want a religious crusade and take it back. The Arabs are fighting against the Christians, and the Jewish man, he's in the mix. Then the one true living God is going to step in, and he's going to send his king, he's going to send our king, you understand, his son back. And then he's going to establish there was always only one true living God. And he only had one people. He's going to make it very clear in that day, if it's not already now. Like, you're going to see as time goes on, as we get closer to our King Christ's return, more and more evidence is going to come out that the UPK has been right since 1969. I mean, Candace Owens came out and said the Jewish man is the synagogue of Satan. Now, before that, I don't know anybody else that had a mainstream platform that brought that to light.
Right.
You know, and I just don't know. I'm not aware of anybody else who had such a mainstream platform who made the correlation that the Jewish man is the synagogue of Satan. So you Jewish people, you should open your eyes and realize, and you so-called MAGA Christians, you Christian nationalists, you better open your eyes and realize the thing that you don't know what you worship, as the scriptures say. The thing that you're wishing for and you're hoping for, it's not what you think it is. And it's not going to be the way you think it's going to be. You are calling for the end of your reign, the end of your society, the end of your lives. That's what you're calling for. You understand? That's what Donald Trump, you understand, or whoever's in office, that's what they're going to bring with all this war in the Middle East. That's what they're going to bring with all this destruction. And I pray the Lord makes that you ICE agents have to go all across seas. You understand? Maybe it might be some relief for the blacks and Hispanics over here. You got to go serve. They just had 6 soldiers die. You understand? 4 of them was white. I looked at their picture. And I wanted to feel so bad for these white soldiers. I wanted to feel so, as I'm looking at the pictures, and none of them was over the age of 32. And I'm looking at the pictures, and as I'm trying to fight myself to feel something, It's like I can't feel anything for you because I know if there wasn't that war over there, you would be right here with an ICE agent uniform on, oppressing God's people. And so, it's, if you are in the truth, this is a beautiful time to be in. You understand? You should come into the UPK and learn the prophecies from the men of God, because this is, if you are not in the truth, this could be a sad and confusing time. If you're in the truth, this is like watching the Super Bowl. I didn't watch the Super Bowl. I'm not into that. This is like the Super Bowl for us. It's like, this is everything that you said. Then right here, this cat, Sergeant Declan Cody, was the youngest. He was 20 years old. 20. You know what I'm saying? Like Donald Trump's son, Barron Trump, is 19, and he don't even want to send his own son to fight. They said he's too tall, which is a lie. You know what I'm saying? They're saying he's too tall. And that's a lie. Like Esau, you have to feel what we have felt in order for us to get some relief. And I just thank the Lord for the truth, because I remember being on the other side where I felt like it was my duty to uphold this place. Like I felt like it was my responsibility as a nigga in America. We got to make sure, regardless of what's going on and regardless of what we've been through, we got to make sure this place still is good. Nigga, please.
Yeah.
Nigga, please. Let Iran die. Let America die. Let Israel die. Let Africa, let whoever want to get involved. Just like the Bible say, go down to the valley, and whoever want to get involved, go to the valley and let the Lord decide who dies. I don't have a fight. I don't have a say so, because the Lord needs that to happen. He wants it to happen to spare us from your cruelty. Slaki. I didn't mean to be long-winded. Slaki.
Nah, man, this is right with all the points are with all the points made. Yeah.
So like, if I could
go ahead, Cap.
Speaking of the Feast of Purim, it's no different. Like you said, it's so heavy, man, because just like Haman was casting lots, like they got modern day lots right now. They got something called poly market. I didn't realize that they was betting on the war, and they got things they betting on the strikes and the inside information on people dying.
Yeah.
So they waging, like they casting lots even, and Amalek behind it. They casting lots even to this day. So they're gonna be sacrificed up on the altar of capitalism. I think that site, they said when that site broke, they when that war kicked off, I think some people won up to 1.5 million on that app.
Damn.
They parlaying off a nuclear off war. So
Kahan, what you said in the name of the site is again?
Poly Market.
Poly Market. All right. I had to get a new sword for Passover. I think I know how I'm gonna get.
Yeah, look, I'm telling you, man, like they was on there, man. Bet I didn't even know you could do that. But evidently you got, they say war is a racket. So when you see all these types of things that go on, man, in this place, it's letting you know that the Bible is real. It's a living word, man. It's so real. And it's crazy. Like you said, the closer we get to the end, the more the script become real. Like even more, like you starting to see, man, the Lord is putting it right in front of our face. And since we talking about Armageddon and the Holy War, I want to know what you black pastors are saying about this. I'm glad these white churches are talking about it, but what say ye? That's what I want to know. I'm highly interested in what you black pastors got to say, because I noticed you got real quiet.
Yeah.
We talking about Revelation now. We talking about the end. Where do we fit in this? And what do you have to say about it?
Right.
Because a lot of you, damn well you better not open your mouth.
That's right.
Not against the white man. You know what I'm saying? And what lie you gonna come up with now? I want to know. Because if they say that Trump is anointed by the Lord and it's a holy war, what you black pastors got to say?
Right.
Black pastors supposed to be saying something. You supposed to be making some noise right now. But you ain't hearing nothing from him. Why? Because the scriptures say a hireling gonna flee when the wolf comes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All they do is to siphon off wealth from our people and then enrich themselves. They don't care about our people. You know what I'm saying? The Lord was with them. They would have been a warning. They've been giving our people some instruction. But the only one doing that is Commanding General Yahanna. That's the only one that's doing that. These black pastors, where they at? They quiet as a church mouse right now.
Mm.
So like, are you?
So like if I mean,
Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
and you know, just like what Captain Khan brought out, you know, again, you know, going back to the Feast of Purim and all, it really resonates something, you know, within, you know, the spirit, and you know, it should be throughout, you know, the nation, that the importance of the role of a father figure. And even, you know, in the time when Esther didn't have, you know, her mom and her father passed away, Mordecai stood the test of time in being that father figure. And, you know, spiritually, again, this is why I say down here, you know, people understand this truth reaching down here. Commanding General Yahanna stood the test of time, and he could have sons and daughters being raised up, and you know, raising up daughters in the right spirit. Because now the role of a daughter being raised up right, you'll see she actually adhering to the instructions. And these instructions is very important. And this is why we could always, you know, talk about our sisters in this school, you know, in being that figure of a mother, and knowing
Yeah.
what it means to stand on the side of their husbands. And again, especially in these times, Barakataya Wayawasha, yes, Salaki, I yield.
That's right, brother. Man, right. Hey, can I say one thing off what Swap
Yeah.
said?
Come on, Cap.
Man, what you just, that's how I know of the Lord. I was in the supermarket this past week, and you know, you could tell those MAGA, you know, like I'm in the South, so you can tell those, you know, those Donald Trump supporters and things like that, right?
Right.
It's a young white man with his I guess his girlfriend or whatnot. And she picked up something. I guess he, you know, she was like, "Oh, let's get this." And the way he said, "Man, put that back, put that back," and he said it like almost like you talking to a child or something. And people were looking like what, like, you know what I'm saying? The way he came off with it, right? But it dawned on me as it get closer to the end, they know the nation that has their woman in line with them. The man that has his woman lock and step with him, that's
Right.
the nation that's gonna rule. Like they are becoming more aggressive with their women. They're starting to clamp down on a lot of these white women, and the white women don't like it. But these other nations know that the man and the woman have to be in unison, or they can't be at odds. They're gonna get overthrown.
Right.
They know that they have to be on the same accord. And like I'm seeing that more and more with these young, and it's getting to the point they beating a lot of these white women. That's going on. That domestic violence get ramped up as they starting to fracture on different political and religious beliefs. They
Right.
start to get more violent towards each other, because it's like, I want you, like, don't you understand? This is the survival of our nation. The white woman looking like, you crazy, you tripping. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
a lot of that is going on, and I'm seeing it more and more, and that's why it's important for the Black, Latino, Native American Indian man and his woman to be on the same page. It's important. It's very, very important if you want to outlast your enemy. You understand? We can't be divided. We got to be on the same page. You know what I'm saying? Like the scriptures say. So, like, I yield.
Yeah, 100%, Cap. 100%. You don't want to go ahead.
Now I'm just gonna talk the white man language.
Yeah, come on.
You know what I mean? Money. Money. You know how much it costs them right now? They said the initial strike cost them like $5 billion a first day.
Damn.
They said the jets that they lost 90 million each. They said the radar that Iran hit, they say gonna cost over $1 billion to repair.
Trump acting like a nigga who gets his first tax return. He get a tax return. He just spending, boy. God damn, Trump.
And now I understand why he trying to go through the back door to get a deal with Iran to stop the war. But Iran ain't stopping jack squat. They're gonna crash. They're fit to crash the economy. We all going down. and it's because of them. You know what I mean? Because it says between 50 billion to 210 billion so far. And every day it's increasing now. Every day. Because them missiles that sit to maintain them planes and the carrier, they say it costs between 13 million to 15 million a day. And taxpayers going to be paying that. You mean poor people know how to pay that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you expecting a tax return, it might just be like, you know what I mean, ain't nobody getting no returns. We all in this together.
Don't say that out of wine, please. Don't say that.
Brother, I wish it was like that, but Esau is, you know what I mean, he's the devil. You know what I mean? And he will take it there because he know his men is for hire. You understand?
Right.
And he's going to make it so hard for us, and we're going to want to go show him that we done with America. That's the problem. You know what I mean? The harder you make it.
Salaki, sir, if I could, I'm not sure if we have it in the stories, but there's been a lot that's been coming out about, you know, there's Iranians talking about they got sleeper cells here in America. You know, it's one thing that war is being waged overseas, but once we start to see that thing here in the mainland, it's going to be a whole nother, you know what I'm saying, heap of problems for these devils, because not only, you know, when Trump took office, Doge made hell of a cuts to a lot of them departments in the federal government. But then you got Cash Patel, the head of the FBI. He fired all the goddamn intelligence officers that knew the inner workings of what was going on over there in Iran.
Wow.
All of the intelligence officers that have relationships built from the first Gulf War with all of the Middle Eastern countries, they got rid of them because those was the seasoned veteran officials. It's like, you know, in Obadiah where it says the Lord was going to destroy the wise men out of Teman.
Right.
Like all of the infrastructure that America used to boast itself or pride itself on having to keep itself protected, that does not exist anymore. That infrastructure is not there. You understand? When those was it Job 11, where it says terrorists shall make him afraid, they think they've known terrorists. They have not known terrorism until these Arabs start to come and Allah Akbar in America. You understand? They passed off 9/11 as though that was the great Allah Akbar. That was the great the great Arabian terror that hit America. They haven't seen terror yet. They over there in these people's country doing what they doing, committing their atrocities. Wait till it hits home. And what's going to happen is, as the economy is halting, as they trying to get people to go and fight this war overseas, when these Arabs is over here start to acting up, then you're going to start to see people leaving and going back to their country. You're going to see the East Indians, all these East Indian doctors, they're going to say, oh my God, they're going to go back home to Pakistan, back home to India. You're going to see these Chinese, they're going to leave Harvard and leave Yale and leave Brown, and they're going to go right back to the Republic of China with their PlayStation 5s and their number crunching. You understand? And these Ukrainians they brought over here, they're going to go right back over there to Ukraine or to Yugoslavia, wherever they are. You're going to see a mass exodus of foreigners leaving America because of how unhinged this place is, because of how unsafe it is. And at that time, as that is unfolding, the Lord is going to give us time to gather ourselves together. The Lord is going to allow for those of us who've seen the writing on the wall, who have committed our lives to the truth, who have decided that we're going to serve the Most High and not serve these devils, we're going to get stronger and we're going to get wiser and we're going to have intricate networks, you know what I'm saying, an underground railroad in the truth of making sure we fed and clothed and we taking care of each other. And we're going to watch this place fall and devolve into something that people could not even imagine. It's going to be the fulfillment of all the prophecies in the Bible concerning the destruction of this place. And all the Lord requires for us to do is to return to obeying him. These other nations are going to fight, and there's going to be a lot of bloodshed, and there's going to be a lot of horror and a lot of terrible things that you see. Make sure that you are doing what the Lord requires of you as his chosen people and coming back and obeying him and keeping his law, statutes, and commandments. And the only place you're going to learn how to do that is in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under command of General Yahanna. So like you, sir, I yield.
That's right. That's right.
And Cap, if I could add to what Sako just said there, with them gutting the FBI and these other agencies, you just mean it seemed like that was a Mossad operation. You weaken, you know what I mean, the so-called oppressor here, and now guess what? You got to fall in line with whatever you have going on.
Right.
That's just, you know what I mean? I don't know. But it look like that. You know what I mean? Because now they're nobody like resisting what is taking place.
Yeah, they're
like
playing for
everybody could see what's taking place, but there's no resistance.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you went the people who were hard line, you went and found them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're playing for all the marbles, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's grab one more story now. One of the four that remain in Kazakh, either the 17,000 coming back, Trump turning it back on Spain. He talked some big shit about Spain and Britain and UK. I think he flat out called UK stupid.
Yeah.
I think he flat out said they're stupid. They have a horrible mayor in London. He said they don't know what the hell they're doing. Trump take his ball and go and leave the court.
Right. I got so like I said, I got the story with Spain, the story with Macron in France.
Let's go there then. I think let's go there. Let's go there, and we could probably touch on the 17,500 Americans coming back.
Which one, Spain or France, sir?
Let's go France. Let's go France with the fighter jets because they're pulling them in.
Sir. Macron orders France's nuclear-powered aircraft carrier to move from Baltic Sea to Mediterranean. French President Emmanuel Macron on Tuesday ordered France's nuclear-powered aircraft carrier to move from the Baltic Sea to the Mediterranean to help protect Allied assets during the war in the Middle East. Macron said the Charles de Gaulle carrier will be escorted by frigates and its air wing. In a pre-recorded speech on French TV, Macron added that Rafale fighter jets, air defense systems, and airborne radar systems have been deployed over the past few hours in the Middle East. And we will continue this effort as much as necessary, Macron said. France, the UK, and Germany have previously said that they weren't involved in the strikes on Iran by the United States and Israel that began last week, but were prepared to take a defensive action to destroy Iran's capability to fire missiles and drones.
Look at this guy here. He ain't prepared to fart. This nigga here ain't prepared to just let it out. How Ludacris said, blow it out the ass. He ain't prepared to do that. And from what we've been hearing with the reports, France can't afford to bust a grape in a fruit fight.
Right.
Damn.
France is roughed up. You remember them Hamites kicked them out.
Yep.
Them Hamites kicked them out, turn a lot of the economy off. And remember, they've been under with that civil disobedience, civil disruption from, I want to say 2016, 17, round about when there was Brexit. France was having ridiculous protests in the streets from certain labor unions. Remember, they was out there protesting with the yellow jackets, lighting shit on fire. It's burning down the city. France been, I don't know what they're pretending to be. But it's still part of the prophecy. The general, remember when general always gave us Ezekiel, the 38th chapter. Anytime he say, when you see France get involved, you know what's going on. You know what I mean? So them doing this thing here is all lining up.
Yeah.
That shit is all the way lining up.
Right.
You know what I mean? He is uncomfortable. He don't want to do this, but this is one of them, you pull the drain plug in your bathtub. I don't care how much water in there, it's only going in one place. It's only going in one place, and that's what all these nations, that's what it is. You're going into one place right now, which is that Middle East.
Yeah.
You're going there. There's no way out of it. Everybody going down into that valley. By the hook or the crook, you're ending up in there. No avoiding. There's no avoiding that thing there because you could lie and say Iran run out of missiles. I know. I don't know about that. I think the Iron Dome under stress again. What is the is the Iron Dome?
Yeah, and the David Sling.
the David Sling and the Iron Dome.
Yeah.
The sandals and Mary's headdress. All of that is under pressure right now with them missiles. So them niggas got stockpiling missiles since the late 90s or some shit like that.
Yeah. They said they're making.
Oh, go ahead.
They said they're making like 500 of them drones a day.
Yeah, that's what we're getting them drones.
See,
if I could, them drones, they cheap to make. And the thing about it is, I brought out, I think it was some shows back, but now they got a way you can 3D print them drones, and they said one 3D printed drone, they said it broke a record. They said that thing went up to over 400 miles per hour, and it was out of a 3D printer.
See,
now you put a grenade or a bomb on that thing, and you fly that thing in the airspace. It's a different level of war, and it can go low to the ground. It don't have to be over a certain, you know what I'm saying, height. Like they have a whole fleet. Like they didn't, they ain't got to really hit them big missiles. They using that drone warfare, which is a whole nother level of warfare.
You could fly them drones into Manna. That's how much they have.
Yeah.
You remember there was I think it was Russia flying them into them Ukrainian soldiers and taking pictures just before the drone hit them.
Yeah.
So
go ahead.
No, they had one. I seen one on a video. You know how they dropping fire like a torch.
Yeah.
One drone dropping thermite to burn the tree line so they can see snipers. I said, this like the Terminator. This like Terminator. The movie, man. Like they got like Skynet. It's damn near like Skynet.
God.
Yep. And I think America got a company that make it too. It's called SpectreWorks. That started making kamikaze drones, but I think the cost to make it is ridiculous compared to what Iran is dealing with.
They stole the technology from Iran. The back engineer, they call it.
So they get one and then look at it to see how it works.
Yeah, because that how them devils is too. Because that 12-day war, plenty of them analysts saying they should have never stopped. Like Iran should have never stopped that war. They should have continued.
From the first time, from the one last year, you mean?
Yeah. But Esau, he's stopping it to regroup.
Yeah, Iran playing it smart. Iran want everybody to know they're not the aggressor.
Yeah.
They're playing that shit smart as hell because they know what they have. It could start something, but it's time for you all to pay the piper, man. It's time for all these nations to pay the piper. France, Iran, Afghanistan, Uzbekistan, Russia. Everybody had a gain there. Because as far as I'm concerned, Iran's whole economy needs to come into the 12 tribes because Britain used all that slave money to build Iran's oil.
Yeah.
That whole everything they put in there to discover the oil, to drill for it, the exploration was funded by slave money.
Mm-hmm.
So all of that, you all owe us every goddamn thing. So go ahead and fight. Go ahead and do your due. Bring Christ back, man. Do what you need to do. We doing our part. You do yours.
That's right.
We doing our part over here, and we'll assemble like Voltron and bring Christ back. You do your part. Listen, you play the villain. We're gonna be the anti-villain. Like how did they say a man is a hero and this one is the anti-hero? We'll be the anti-villain.
Yeah.
We'll go in there and do it. And as you go into war and building all kind of fancy drones and blocking out the internet and getting all kind of the cyber security assassins or whatever it is they have. Yeah, we'll just teach our people to not get high no more. We'll teach our people to not celebrate Christmas. We'll teach our brothers and sisters to not toss each other away.
That's right, bro.
We'll be playing musical chairs. Listen, I watched that pyramid in over there in the UK yesterday. They had the kids playing musical chairs. Brother, I ain't seen musical chairs since I was a child. I say we had to bring that shit back. We had to bring some musical chairs back
Yes, sir.
I ain't seen a child fly a kite since I fly a kite.
Brother, man.
You learn to make a kite and get the string, and like we're gonna be doing all of that while you're bombing each other and fighting for something that you're never gonna have.
Yeah.
We're gonna be doing all of that thing and fighting for something. And Christ's gonna just come back and you're gonna be equally mad. You're gonna be like, we thought we oppressed them in the ghetto. How they get a flying saucer? You're gonna be calling NORAD for information. The NORAD, how this nigga get a flying saucer? Who gave him the keys?
Right.
They ain't gonna be able to compute because a nigga come from the fourth dimension on your ass.
That's right.
We're gonna be lining you all up, man. Y'all go ahead and do the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're gonna follow the prophecy. Any more on that, Kazak, with Macron?
No, that's pretty much it on that one, sir.
Yeah, he's a waste of time, boy. That dude right there, soft as could be. He was just crying over submarines. I remember when you was crying over submarines, nigga. You was saying how could they do it? We've been telling you Trump and them is the devil. You believe them. You didn't believe us. Are you going in there again? You must love abuse.
Yeah,
that's a lot, Cap.
Go ahead.
A lot of these leaders of these countries, they making grave mistakes. They gonna miscalculate, and they gonna lead to the downfall of their government, and not just their government, but the country.
Yeah,
so they didn't put trust. You got to see how much these politics then fail all over the. You know what I'm saying? Not just in the ethno state that you got going on over there with the Israel, but all these things that's going on in these other countries. Because the Lord gonna show you that's why the Bible said, why did the heathen rage? Like they don't have like the course of life, they don't understand. The Lord didn't give them, He didn't give them the blueprint. So their government is bound. Anytime you socially engineer a society or anything outside of God's plan, it always backfires.
Yep.
It always does. All you have to do is look at the Bible. Every time somebody or some ruler or somebody tried to say, I'm gonna make life this way outside of what God said, it always backfires. And that's what you about to see. If you ever wanted to know how power works, you about to see it unravel in these times. The Lord gonna put that's why the Bible say, He said, I'm gonna write the law in your inward parts. You know what I'm saying? He gonna write it in your inward parts this time. This time it's personal. It ain't gonna be on the stone no more. You're gonna know exactly what the Lord said, and it ain't gonna be it's gonna be undisputed when all this is settled.
That's right.
There's gonna be a lot of blood and tears and turmoil when the smoke clears. Ain't gonna be no question on what's right and what's wrong when the Lord get done with this. You understand? So like I yield.
Salaki, if I may too, Captain Khan, what you said, if I may, Salaki.
No, go ahead, bro.
Khan and Captain Khan, what you said is so heavy. And I just because I read the comments on these viral posts on social media, and I'm seeing a lot of Black, Hispanic, and Native American veterans or military service members. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of them chime in, even in this chat tonight in Commander Yahanna Show, the Black Watch. Earlier tonight, if you go up, there were a couple of brothers and sisters that chimed in as service members of Esau's military.
Right?
Yeah, Khan, sir. And I would say this is what I would tell you, because you in the spotlight right now, because clearly there's a dissonance that's going on. If you're Black or Hispanic, it's everybody's recognizing that it doesn't make sense for you to be in a military. Like, again, everything that the UPK has been saying, 669, is now becoming to the forefront. Like, it's not new to us, but it's something that we've always been saying, but now it's finally catching up. And so now the discourse is, how are you, Black or Hispanic or Native American, fighting for a country of pedophiles and Satanists and racists?
Yep.
You understand? That's why you see that post going viral with how Iran, when they had the hostage crisis, they released the Black hostages, because it's another way that people are trying to show Black and Hispanic veterans, this is not our fight.
That's right.
This is not our fight. And here's the part that you're missing. Not only is this not our fight, fighting for America in general is not our fight. That's what the Lord told us in Revelations 18:4. Come out of her, my people. You understand? Like, you don't have to go anywhere. The Lord is telling us, you just simply don't fight in their militaries. Don't celebrate their holidays. Don't be a Christian and don't be what they are. And a lot of brothers and sisters that are in Esau's military, and I know you are in a trying time because you are right in betwixt. You understand? And you in the between a rock and a hard place, as they say. You better contact the ISUPK to get counsel, to get wise instruction on how you should operate and what you should do while being in a military that will sacrifice you in a heartbeat while they don't care about anything regarding you or your people. And so I would just say, you know, for the brothers and sisters, because that's something that's a trending topic right now. You brothers and sisters that have served, there are veterans of the white man's military in the ISUPK. You understand? And we in here, you understand, and we found the solution and we found the way. And I know a lot of times you think that the only way you can be a soldier is to be with Esau. You're not a soldier. I'm just telling you, you're not a soldier with Esau. You're a slave in Esau's military. You are what they call expendable. You are expendable. You are nothing more than a slave hand. And I'm not saying that to slight you. I'm telling you, if you could just understand reality for what it is. The white man does not respect your service. He doesn't respect your sacrifice. He doesn't respect your courage and your bravery. Donald Trump took away all the veterans off of the military's website.
That's right.
He just took off all the contributions of the brave and valiant black veterans off of the official website. You know why? Because to white people, you're supposed to die for us. You're supposed to lay your life down, like the scriptures say, lay your body down so that we may walk over. Lay your soul down. That's how white people view you. And if brothers and sisters, if that's an Esau military, if you can wake up and realize that's how you view you, your sacrifice and your service does nothing for them to view you as more human, does nothing to view you as more acceptable or somehow equal to them. It's just, you're just there to lay your life down. You understand? That's what you're here to do. You're here to lay your life down. And I'm telling you, the only thing worth laying your life down for is Christ. That's
right.
it. The only thing worth laying your life down for is Christ, and Christ laid his life down for the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel.
That's
You
right.
better find the UPK. I'm telling you from experience. Now, we was right about everything else, and y'all
That's
just
right.
now catching up.
That's right.
Don't be in the middle, in the middle of the desert somewhere, in the middle of a gunfight, running out of ammo, and then in your last moments, you said, "God damn. Them crazy niggas that dress funny, that talk loud and cuss out white people, according to y'all." They was right. Don't be in your last moments. You see him right there. You understand? Don't be in your final moments of life and then realize we were right. There's a chance. You have a chance. You understand? I'm not the Lord, but in the UPK under Commander Junior Yahanna, listen to the voice of the Lord giving you admonition, giving you warning.
Yeah.
Find the Lord while you can. Salaki.
That's right.
That's right. Listen, I wouldn't listen. I pray the Lord start taking some of our imagination with the things we be saying and do it at, because remember in Vietnam where they say, "Black man, go back home, black man."
Hey, go home, GI.
Go home, GI.
Come.
I want Iran to start blasting some of UPK speakings over there.
Damn. Good night.
We want no who. Dun, dun,
Slacker, sir.
That's right.
Slacker, sir. One thing I noticed is ever since Tucker Carlson has been dealing with the Iran and these people, that's when he started asking these questions. So you might be onto something.
Yeah.
I mean, he started asking these questions like, and when I watched that interview, sir, I took it as his questions were like a threat. Like I could expose everything.
Yeah.
You understand? His question was very threatening to Esau and the Israelis. I mean, as to I know something that I found something out that I could spill now. So I'm gonna give you a chance to spill it. You know what I mean? So like you said.
Listen, that's how every young brother and sister is when they come in the truth. They spend 2 weeks in class, they go to their family and talk like they just know the whole Bible.
That's right.
That's what watching videos at. He watched some videos. He you know how it is when you're young. You have the Bible open, you have the Bible on the Timbuktu, you have your Bible dictionary, and you acting like you a national treasure and you putting together the damn the Holy Grail.
Da Vinci Code.
the whole Da Vinci Code. It's this here, and you go back, mind blown. So they're now catching up. And listen, it's so heavy because I remember being, a young officer in the school, and General Katham was explaining the Iran-Contra scandal, and he was saying it. He was saying back then, which is why I watched that propaganda with the whole thing when Iran released the black hostages, and General Katham was saying Iran released them because they knew America wasn't going to pay no money for them. There was no value for us, but they will use that now to try to gain sympathy from the beacon, the quintessential people who represent injustice, justice, being a victim. They're gonna use that now because somehow once we get involved, the narrative changes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So don't. It could really be that they're just putting it out there to show that this is not your fight. But don't be surprised they try to garner sympathy from black people. Like, look how merciful we let you go, and America didn't.
Mm-hmm.
America kept you. You get the point? Like, what? Be very mind. Like right now, you see the spirit of that FBA and that ADOS.
That what?
The FBA and the ADOS movement.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That foundational Black America movement.
Right.
We have to take that for all the 12 tribes and have that outlook to everybody else.
Right.
Like, we really had to be greedy. Come on, Yahanna always say there's a selfishness you have to have for the 12 tribes of Israel. Like, you come to the truth, we learn in here to be more, brotherly and generous, but there's a selfishness you must have for the 12 tribes of Israel. Like, everything we have is too precious to give away. Our tears, our energy, our effort, our smiles, our talent, everything that we have, that we use, and our wit, our solutions, we cannot no longer give it to nobody else.
That's right, Cap.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta be so selfish. Let Iran handle that shit themselves.
That's right.
Let them do that shit themselves. That's the goddamn business. They had the empire.
That's right.
They had the whole empire. They had a whole empire. We're reading about their empire today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Reading about it, watching them in documentaries. What you want our help for?
Yeah.
What you coming to us for?
Mm-hmm.
Fight that battle yourself. It wasn't a big deal when America was taking advantage of us and making all that money.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, everybody can go now have to step up to the plate, man, and face the picture, man. Everybody had to go out there and get your 3 strikes.
Yeah.
Everybody had to go do that. I ain't helping nobody go to that plate. I ain't handing you a bat. Use your hand if you ain't have a bat.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now, just be quick. The most I'll tell them to do is go listen to them rap music now.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have what making. Listen to it now. Play it in them tanks. Play it on them jets.
They already are, sir. They are.
You know what I mean? Go to war. Play that shit. You know what I mean? That's our help.
Yeah.
If I could, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
If I could advise the people of the Ayatollahs and all the mullahs of Iran, you didn't get a chance to build a nuclear weapon to defend yourself. I understand that, right? So now you're in a tough place because you can't defend yourself. But you got something bigger than a nuclear weapon right now. Just come out and say the Jews are black.
Come on with it.
That is bigger than any nuclear weapon you have.
Yeah.
That will change the face of the earth.
Yep.
I mean, just come out and spill the beans. You got nothing to lose. They killed your Ayatollah. They unalive your Ayatollah. You know the Ayatollah, sir, and the Shia Muslims. The Ayatollah is second only to God.
Yikes, he the Pope.
Khan. He's second only to God under the Shia Muslims. and Donald Trump
Damn.
allowed them.
Yeah.
I mean, so what do you have to lose? Just come out and say the Jews are black.
Right.
That's bigger than any nuclear weapon you could drop. I mean, that will change the face of the earth. Salaki, sir.
And Salaki, as a warrior, I'm saying, who knows if the Lord waiting on one of them to come out and just say the truth? Just say the truth.
It's
You know
coming.
what I mean, like everybody getting a chance, all them nations getting a chance. Say the truth. Come out and say, yo, black people are the Israelites. You know what I mean? Just come out and say it.
At this point, Cap, you can't tell me they ain't know nothing. You remember a couple of years ago, the Russian TV, that anchor was no small-time anchor who interviewed Commander General Yahanna.
That's right.
He was no small-time anchor in Russia, you know. That was she was mainstream anchor.
Wow.
Asking all the hard questions. And they know. They goddamn know, man. Listen.
Yeah.
Right. That's I worry. I think you called it. They had to stick to the script. Come out and say the Jews is black, or else go to the valley. It's like how some cop would beat a confession out of you. Say you did it to go yourself. Say the Jews is black, or you're going in that valley. That's it.
So like it too, sir. I mean, well, Officer Warman saying so heavy, but I mean, really, it brings the point to home where it says they are confederate against thee. They stand everything to lose.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a small thing to admit. You come out and say the real Jews are them niggas in the ghetto. It's over with. You stand everything. The entire structure of our way of life. That's why I say it will be turned upside down. Like everything that we know as we know it, it will have to just completely flip. So I mean, everybody stands. It's like everybody playing this game where they in on this secret, but it's like the secret that you can't tell because it'll just jam up everybody. We all lose if you tell this. I couldn't imagine just being in on the secret, and it's like this is the Joker. You know, like you playing spades, and it's like you got the big Joker, but you can't play the big Joker. Nigga, what? You know what it means. Right. You can't say the Jews are them niggas and them spics and them redskins.
Yeah,
like, everybody has profited from our destruction. You can't say it. And that's why nobody's going to say it. Nobody's going to say it. They're going to wait till Christ return and then be astonished. Oh, you already knew, nigga. You knew. It wasn't no surprise. You knew. Everybody knew, but you couldn't say it because you stood too much to gain to not say it. I wish, like Officer Williams said, I wish there was a nation that was halfway honest and just said, you know what, to hell with it. We tired of the way life going. You know, this is gonna end destruction. Let's just tell the secret. It's like the Epstein files. It's hard for them to tell the truth because they all implicit. And so it's like they want to point fingers, but they know if I point a finger, that finger is eventually gonna come right back to me because he gonna tell, she gonna tell, he gonna tell, and then they gonna tell we all was at Epstein Island. That's what it is now to not admit that the Jews are black. All the nations know, but in order to tell it, now you all stand to lose everything that you have because you built your entire existence off of the theft of our identities. So
right. Yeah.
Nah, you're right. I think that's it. I think that's it right there. We just had to wait till their lawyer come in and make them confess. They say, yeah, there's no way out of this one. You just go get a plea. That's what that is. It'll be too late then. And it's so heavy how, in the Apocrypha, it says the Lord will plead with them for their wicked inventions. He'll take them to court and lay before them everything they did. Yeah. So you're right, Og. I mean, I'm glad to be able to witness what's going on now, and I pray I'm able to witness much more. I mean, able to witness the whole cake being turned over.
Yeah,
they done benefited so damn much off of our suffering, and nobody don't give a damn. We find out about things that was done 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. That's how much longer it's going to be before we find out what's being done right now.
That's it. Yeah.
Like, how much longer will we know? Okay, what's being done right now? What's really happening right now? Yeah, man, they gotta go, man. They gotta go. We could do much better with this earth than them.
That's right.
We are much better people for it.
Yeah.
Come on. If I could, sir.
Go ahead.
This week, I had the privilege of speaking to Commander General Yahanna. He was breaking down to me how things are going on right now. Like, he was bringing up how Egypt, how the Lord said, "I'm going to go ahead of you and start preparing a way for you."
Right.
He was breaking down how this is the same thing that's happening now. Like, Iran is a strong man of the Middle East. You know what I mean? And the Lord's going ahead of us.
Right.
And preparing the way for us to return back home. So black people understand all these things happening is on behalf of you.
Right.
On behalf of blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians. The Lord's preparing a way for us to get back home. You understand? The first thing, if we remember the scriptures, the Lord cleared out all the strong nations. He did leave the weak ones behind so that we could learn war. That's in the scriptures. That's in the Bible.
Yeah.
He left us a few behind so we could learn war, but he cleared out a lot of strong nations. And Iran was a strong man in the Middle East. Saudi Arabia, Qatar, all of them was afraid of. It came out that Saudi Arabia was the one who was begging Trump to attack Israel, because everybody was afraid of Saudi Arabia, Iran. Everybody was afraid of Iran. So the Lord preparing the way for us to go back home, and the next step is for us to go back home. I mean, so everybody who's worried about America and will Iran do this to America? Damn all that. Whatever happens, happens. But the fact is, the ISUPK has been right this whole time,
That's right.
and we're going back
That's right.
home. Salaki.
And if I could say something off of that real quick,
yeah,
what you saying is so heavy, because as I look at this and what Captain Mashaka said, it's a blessing to see this. But when the scripture said that his wrath would come because he have but a short time.
Right.
He had but a short time left. Therefore, his wrath has come down. And I just kind of try to get into what is the oppressor seeing that's showing him he has a short time. Like, what is, because from a black person looking at it, you like, okay, these people, they still got their country, they still got America, they got all this.
Right.
Most Americans don't even think Iran is that serious of a threat. They feel like, oh, we could really just wipe Iran out off the map. We just doing it a certain way, or blah blah blah. We're not really supposed to fight them right now. It's a legal war. But what are these oppressors seeing? And it's got to be the spirit of the Lord on the 12 tribes of Israel, because what are they seeing that's making them rush? Like, we only got a little bit of time left. And it's amazing to try to see what they're seeing, or to try to understand what are they seeing. And the only thing I could think of is they're seeing. I mean, I don't know. Maybe somebody y'all could chime in. Like, what
if I could.
Yeah, what is he seeing that's making him say there's only a little bit of time left? We gotta start coming down.
If I could, there's a heavy point you're bringing out, Cap. I remember General Commander Yahanna said something that was heavy. He said, your enemy has more of a vision for you, your future, than you do. Like, if they're seeing, and I got to just say this, hats off to yours truly, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge.
Right.
Like this right here, with us being out on the earth, we got more of an impact than what people think. Like we especially out there in DC and all the major cities out there, all out the Midwest with you, Captain Kapash and Captain Mabaquad and them, and everybody on the West Coast. Like, right. This truth is going out, and it's not falling on deaf ears. And their people are echoing what they consider us having the echo chamber. They echoing it on interviews like Tucker Carlson.
Right.
And it started to line up. That's one thing about the truth. The truth, a lie needs to be dressed. But the truth can walk naked. It doesn't need to be all these dressed, you know what I'm saying? So this world right now is being exposed. And as the Lord peels back the veil, because they know it, and these secrets. Like Warrior brought out, and Officer Kazak Ahmad, These secrets are sometimes more powerful than a nuclear weapon. And they know the secrets as the Lord is revealing all these things. When that come out simultaneously, if you reveal the man of sin, what happens now? Then now you see who the righteous is.
Yeah.
They happen both simultaneously. So if they are not the Jews, then who is?
Who is
Everybody else have their identity except one people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The Black, Latino, Native American Indian. We've been in exile for over, you know what I'm saying? What was it, 4,000 years, Captain Mashak?
Yeah.
We've been in exile. We've been in exile. And this is biblically and historically sound.
Yeah.
They know that they starting to get hunger bitten now as they go into these wars. So they know that, look, man, and notice this, they thought we would have been extinct by now. We still here.
Yeah.
Still having babies. You know what I'm saying? Strong sons, you know what I'm saying? Strong daughters.
Right.
We still here. That's a threat. They ain't having babies like they want to have babies. You know what I'm saying? They numbers are down. So they looking at the clock and saying, damn, we ain't producing as much. The Israelites, which we are growing strong. Man, shit, man, we ain't got that much time. Like, go ahead, Cap.
No, Salaki, I'm coming, but just after what you're saying, that last part there, that, you know what I mean, that is like, you know what I mean, that's almost, you know what I mean, on the head, hitting the head on the nail. Like their fear is us outnumbering them, just like with Egypt. You know what I mean? Their fear is always us outnumbering them. You understand? Like they you'll read books about it. You know what I mean? Like that book I always bring out, that Ben Wattenberg. You know what I mean? Yeah, that was written in almost, I think, in the 80s about them being outnumbered. You understand? And that's what happened in the Middle East with the small hats on them. They were being outnumbered by the Palestinians and them. You understand? Because they didn't have no, you know, I mean, them Palestinians and them didn't have no abortion clinics like they was having, you know, I mean, our ghettos. You understand what I'm saying? But their fear is being outnumbered, and they know, I mean, everything they try with the eugenics, that still is not increasing their numbers. You know what I mean? And the babies they're not strong. You know what I mean? They having serious mental like physical and yeah. You know what I mean? So they know if they let this go on for another 20 years, it's gonna be done. They're gonna come make deals with us. You know what I mean?
If I could jump in there with what Captain Kaposh was bringing out, with Captain Kahan, Captain I thought was bringing out as well. The truth is the most dangerous force on the earth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You go in the book of what is this? Second Esdras, where they had the king brought the men before him, and he asked, "What was the most powerful force on the earth?"
Yeah.
And they talk about the king got power. He can send men to go and unalive people, and he commands forces. And they said women have power. They get the king to, women have the king wrapped around her finger. Men who fight wars and commit all types of things on the earth for the affection of a woman.
Right.
There's nothing greater than the truth. And what we have to understand about our oppressor is their entire history, their entire civilization and culture, all of it is built on a lie.
Yeah.
All the strength and the greatness of Rome and the Greeks was built on mythology. Lies, made up fairy tales about some cat in the sky with thunderbolts and arrows and two boys in the wilderness getting suckled by a goddamn wolf in the wilderness. You understand? They believe in God and trust in God when really they do blood sacrifices with children and suck baby penises and do all types of things in the dark and that's hidden behind closed doors. All the lies about how they took America. Christopher Columbus came here and discovered the land. You understand? The goddamn, they purchased Manhattan for $5 and in Louisiana purchased all this, everything, all of it is built on lies. And all of it is deception. And we are in the age of truth. And that truth started with the Lord raising up the men in the ISUPK in 1969 to hit the streets and start teaching. And all these years that we've been on the teaching, preaching, and prophesying, the Lord, those words wasn't going out in vain, like Captain Kahan said. Not only that, the spirit of truth was being unleashed in the earth.
Right.
You understand? And so as we have had the boldness to go out there and speak and teach the truth, other people now are feeding off of that boldness. You understand?
Yeah.
The spirit of this spirit that the Lord has put on us it's contagious. And there's other people that see it and they see the glow, they see the shine, they see the light, and they want to live in that light. They want to have that shine. You understand? They want the glory of being known as a truth teller. They want to be seen as somebody who kept it real. They want the earth to look at them and say, well, you know, he was a part of that evil empire, but he did tell the truth. And right now, there's a spirit in this nation, in our oppressor, that some of them don't want to be a part of the baby penis suckers. They don't want to be a part of the blood sacrifices. They don't want to be a part of the island of pedophiles. And did you see Bubba blowing, Trump blowing Bubba? They don't want to partake in any of that. Even though it's their culture, even though it's their history, even though it's what their civilization is built on, they want to reject that. Why? Because they want to be like us. They want to be masculine. They want to be honorable. They want men to be men and women to be women. Where do they get that from? They get that from the truth that God gave to us. They don't want their children to be abused. They don't want their men to be being with men. They don't want men dressing up and putting on dresses and wigs and going in the women's bathroom. Where do they get that from? It comes from us.
Right.
All morality, all righteousness, all semblance of decency in the earth comes from the records that God gave to us.
Yes,
and
right.
because the Lord raised, because Commander General Yahanna held down the truth that was given to him and raised up righteous, honorable men in the earth, man, the stance that the Lord allowed us to take is infectious, and it's spreading like wildfire. And I pray the Lord to continue to allow us to stand strong and inspire these people. Tucker Carlson, I'm glad he got inspired by the UPK and told the goddamn truth. Candace Owens, I'm glad she got inspired and came out and told the goddamn truth. You understand? More of them need to be inspired and go tell the truth. Tell the truth. Shame it. Salaki. I'm about to say something my grandmama used to say.
That's right.
Shame the devil and tell the truth. Need to shame the devil and tell the truth, because that is the only way to be righteous and honorable in the earth. And right now, there are people that want to be honorable. It's like the righteousness is a thing that's been missing. They hungering and thirsting for it. So like I'm a yield because
go ahead, look, you got you gonna be fired up. Look, I'm gonna say this, man. What you saying is so right, because guess what? Unbeknownst to many, they call us a hate group.
Right.
To a lot of those white veterans and those people who say they believe in truth, they call us patriotic. Believe it or not. I know it's gonna shock a lot of you, but when they hear us speak on the street, they say you are more patriotic than our own government. They won't say it on camera, but they know it's the truth.
Yeah.
You understand? Because who else is gonna speak? You know what I'm saying? And they say truth. They say like to say truth to power. I like to say truth from the power.
That's right.
We serve the true living power. So what you're saying is so right, man. And what Captain Kapash was saying, man, like what you brought out, brother, it's a heavy point on why are they rushing? Why are they trying to hurry up and do all these executive orders? As soon as he got in office, he's signing over 100 some executive orders. His first day in it, because they know their time is short, like the Bible say. You know what I'm saying? So that's a heavy point, Captain Kapash. That's heavy. So like,
if I could, sir.
You go ahead, Warren.
If I could, what Captain I thought was saying was so heavy. I mean about the birth rates, right? So birth rates is warfare, right? I was talking to this one sister, and she was saying how irresponsible it was of the people of Gaza, because their birth rates are up, right? And she was like, "Why would you bring people into this world where it's a lot of suffering?" And I had to cut her, and I told her, "Look, I'm sure the Israelis would agree with you that they should stop their birth rates." You understand what I mean? But amongst a so-called genocide, the only way you have to fight back is increase your birth rate.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And that's what they did. They increased their birth rate. Slaki said, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I understand being poor and the only relief you can get is to lay with your woman. Even if it means you're going to multiply and bring children into the earth that you can't feed.
Right.
Finally, these Palestinians understand why you black men, you have 12, 13 children, 4 women, disgusting. Now you'll understand. You'll understand it now. You're having sex on the rocks and dirt and BRC wire.
Right.
Because that's the only, I mean, the infrastructure is destroyed. I would be shocked if you all had drugs down there. You all can't get high. You probably can't make a good moonshine from all the bombing. The only escape you have on the Gaza Strip to come into my rubble, baby. Come over here and this my rubble pile. My rubble pile is not like his rubble pile. I got 3 or 4 steel over here. He got brass.
Right.
The only escape they have, Ak, is to go in there and just have sex. Ak. That's
right.
For a second.
Right? They women ain't got no money, so they probably selling it a little bit. Let me get that pot. I need a little something, you know what I mean? So
if I could, sir, right? Isn't it ironic? Like, it's so heavy what you said, right? The reason why black people, if you ask them, the reason why their abortion rates are so high is because of poverty.
Mm-hmm.
Yet these people in Gaza increasing their birth rate.
Yeah.
I mean, and they're increasing their birth rate for their survival. If you have a genocide, the only way to combat genocide is birth rates have to go up.
Make children.
You understand what I mean? So we can learn a lesson from that. Black women. I mean, you talking about some poverty and suffering, all this thing. That's why you justifying the abortions. Increase your birth rates. That's how you fight all types of oppression. You know what I mean? The Israelis would love to see the people of Gaza stop their birth rates, decrease their birth rates, and say, well, we're in a war and it's not the time to have babies. Damn that! It's always the time to have a baby.
Except for the white man. Except for the white man. The reason he's suffering is because he wouldn't go have sex with that crazy old woman he got, that old dragon.
Right. Okay.
Rates and being outpopulated. Go have sex with her and leave the children alone. Leave the kinder alone.
Right.
Leave the children alone. How much children Bill and Hillary have?
Good night.
They got one daughter, right?
I think it's just one daughter. I don't think they got no more.
Just the one
What
daughter.
the fuck is the point of you being Secretary of the State?
Damn.
What the hell is the point?
It's like
Go ahead.
He had more. He molested more children than he had.
God damn, I want to understand about you and Kahan. Y'all don't understand. What, too soon? God damn.
So, Salagi, if I could, on Warrior's point, and it's not like the Gazans is looking at the birth rate and saying to themselves, man, we got to increase this birth rate. When you think you at the end of the world, there's nothing more comforting than the laying the arms of a good, sweet woman. And for a woman, like, listen, I'm gonna let y'all argument on the secret. There's this app called Threads that's connected to Instagram, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've been on there battling, dropping the truth. There's a plethora of lonely, miserable women on there. And when them bombs started dropping over there, they was like, oh, look like the end of the world coming. I'm 38, female, this city. I make this amount of money. I don't have no kids, no husband. They know, they see the writing on the wall. They want a strong man. They want to get up under a strong man. They said, the least I could do is leave this earth feeling good, being satisfied. All of them high standards, and you got to be a high class man and make 6 figures and be 6'2". I'm me, and they ready. I'm just telling you right now, being a strong man, being a righteous man, being a man that tells the truth, like the scriptures say, the Lord said He's going to make a man more precious than fine gold. We in that time right now. We in that day. These women are looking for strong men who are going to stand up and protect them and speak the truth and deliver them from themselves. Right now, the birth rates in the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community are going to go up because as things get worse, everybody's going to desire to be comforted, and the Lord is going to, through the righteous men of the ISUPK, the Lord is going to be there to comfort them. Salaki.
Cap, you know how to put a gate around that thing. Salaki. As you strong Black men go to download Threads, make sure the bitch pays some goddamn tithes. Make sure she could cook a meal for the brothers. Make sure she could braid and sweep a goddamn floor. or else you on the threads. And this is the next phone call you, I, and the other brothers in here gonna be on. This is General Hyman, General Q. Why are we here? What thread? Who knows what the fuck threads is? I'm just saying, I'm just getting a disclaimer right now. As you begin to get a strong black man to protect them from these goddamn bombs, make sure the motherfuckers paying some tides up in here and come through the gate the straight way.
If I could,
bring her in the straight way. Don't bring the scallywags. Some them missiles was made for something. They need to hit something. you trying to hit before the missile hit. That's the problem. You trying to hit before the bomb. Let the bomb hit, nigga. So some of them was meant to be bomb.
It's like Cap. I can hit General Muhammad now. He said threads where your rank is. Your rank is right now. I can hear him right now. So
if I could, sir. If I could show some brotherhood to the sisters also, sir.
Yeah,
when you go on them threads, do not lead with "I'm educated." That's what I have to say. Do not lead with "I'm educated." You educated under the devil. You know what I mean? When every time a sister says "I'm educated," sorry to go off topic, but every time a sister says "I'm educated," I'm thinking you educated under the devil. You understand what I mean? That's who educated you. So that means you educated in ways to destroy the black community. So like I said.
Now, Khan, if I could jump off of what you're saying, because one time we was out in Cincinnati and we was talking and we was dropping the truth a little bit in the street. Some sister came and said, "Nah, I went to school. I know what I'm talking about. I went to school for African American studies." So I said, "Oh yeah, where'd you go to school at?" "This is such college." I said, "Who's your teacher?" "Such and such professor." I said, "How you get taught black from a white man? How you get taught how African American from a white man? How a white man gonna teach you about being black?" Cutter. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I'm give you all a little piece of something here. Just change the topic to what's the 401k looking like? What was the tax return from last year? It was 2024 and 25. What was looking like? Did you file? You filed? All right, well, just call me back when you file. It's okay. It's not a problem. You're so educated, right? We need them in here, though. We need all of them in here. Because they're gonna be ruling too with us. You get it, boy. Not to get off topic too hard. They're gonna be ruling too with us. But the Palestinians, all of them, they're getting a taste of poverty. White man need to go lay with that woman. You was the president. She was the Secretary of State. What y'all was doing for 4 years in that White House? Y'all had the girl before you got president. You didn't make one after? What is you doing? You're not having sex with that woman enough, man. You're not having sex with that woman enough. Maybe if you would, it would stop all these school shooters and these disgruntled white boys. And these Karens, half these Karens ain't getting tuned up enough. If they get tuned up enough, they wouldn't be in the street yelling and screaming, and I'll call 911 and in people's face. Go ahead,
it's so bad they sleeping with the kids, and the women sleeping with molesting the kids in these schools. That's how bad it is.
And getting pregnant.
And getting pregnant by the kid. Yeah,
by your kid.
Yeah, calm.
You know what I mean? So it's crazy. We all want one more story, and then we look to dip.
Come with it, sir.
We good to go here.
Come.
You could pull that last one. I think Zach might be I think he stepped away. Let me get that the last one with the 17.5, or if you or pull the one that you all want for sure.
If I could, so I don't know if it was listed in the stories, but I think it has major implications here in the country. I think brothers might have brought it up already, but there was a Marine that went and protested in a hearing today. I think it was in some, I don't know if it was a state Capitol building or if it was actually in Washington, D.C., but he's an ex-Marine and was saying, we're not going to fight for Israel. We're not going to go to war and die for the Israelis. And they had the police come and try to get him out of there, broke the devil's arm on the way out the door. The Marine cat, they trying to drag him out of the hearing. He put his hand in the door like he trying to hold himself back as they pulling him. He had his hand in the door tucked, and they pulled him and broke his arm. And he still was yelling in the hallway, "We're not going to die for your war. We're not going to die for those people." You know what I'm saying? And I know that a lot of those U.S. service members, a lot of these veteran cats that is against this war saw that, and they're going to have problems with it. It's a lot of these influencers on YouTube now that's ex-Marines and ex-Green Berets. I know they're going to have a fit watching that video of that Marine in his Marine uniform.
I see. I just seen this shit. I can't. I don't think I could play it. Yo, it's like 6 of them to get him off with a broken arm. They can't get him off the fucking door.
He said his arm got stuck.
Snapped his arm.
No, yeah, his arm broke. They dislocate from the shoulder. You see it.
Okay.
Not the shoulder, like the elbow part.
Yeah, I think it's a forearm. So you see the bend in the forearm.
Yeah, you see the bend.
Yeah, it breaks where it ain't supposed to bend, and it snapped because they trying to stop him from interrupting the hearing, saying we're not going to go fight and die for these Israelis. I don't care what the president is doing and what he got going on with Benjamin Netanyahu. We're not dying for those people. And they break this man's arm on the way out the door. And that's, if I could, to his credit, he was a soldier. They broke his arm. He didn't cry. He ain't squealed. He didn't even make a face. He just kept saying, "We're not going to die in your war. We're not going to shed our blood for you."
Yikes. Yeah, that's a rough one there.
Concert.
That's a rough one there. I mean, it is on the internet. There's no bones coming out or nothing.
I would say run it, sir. So like if I could, I mean, other people going, there's other, I know they're going to run it. You know what I mean? So like, so you got the operational command, but it's going to be a thing. This thing going to blow up. If it ain't already blown up while we on this show, by tomorrow, you're going to see it on the news, on every news station, CNN, Fox, and they're going to be talking about, the veterans and their stance in this war. And Pete Hegseth, Donald Trump, Cash Patel with the crazy eyes. Somebody going to have to answer for this. Salaki.
They ain't answering for nothing right now. Christy Noam eat all her words when they say you call that man a terrorist, a domestic terrorist. She said, well, we could always improve. The broad say, are you going to apologize? Say there's always room for improvement.
God damn.
Yeah, man.
That's it right there.
Yep. Look at them. And he's still holding on with the broken arm.
With the broken arm, sir. Salaki.
And there's so much of them trying to get him off. Look at the other one turning his head. Yeah, it's
got a uniform on too.
He got the uniform.
He got he got it on.
Like, brother,
the whole time he's screaming, "We're not gonna die in your war. We're not fighting for Israel. This is not right."
I ain't even had the damn volume. Hold on, let me see. Could y'all get here now?
Cuss, we can hear it now.
Okay. Stuck in the door. Okay, sir. A U.S. senator just broke the head of a Marine. He's stuck.
Yo, the dude in the suit, he's a U.S. senator. The one that was pushing.
That's crazy.
That's him right there.
Whoa.
They gonna get the pitchfork.
And just like Esau, he flee in the scene of the crime.
Everybody sit down, please. Sit down, please. Everybody sit down, please.
Yeah.
But you see the room, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which means you had to be selected to come in there.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? Like that's what they try to do too, like in these small, like these areas and all too. Like when they're gonna do the thing, they make sure their people know. You know what I mean? Whoever down with it, no one in the room. You know what I mean? I know there's some, black people in there, but at the same time too, it looking real scarce inside there for here and whoever that's taking place there.
So like, I'm not sure if you were purposefully avoiding the beginning of the video, but if you start, you can actually see and hear the breaking.
Yeah, I kind of was being a little bit cautious. The last thing I want is to get some restriction, and the general can't put all the truth like he need to.
Mashak, you're right, Salaki, because
that's why I started right after the whole thing. But I saw when I saw the shift in the jacket. The jacket shifted. You know what I mean? So he definitely broke his shit up. There's no doubt about it. You know what I mean?
Fox and CNN not playing that.
So
they're not playing that.
But yeah, it's a rough one, and I think that this is going to be one of them. You know, like I said, the storm is already brewing. If it wasn't before this war, there's a, you know what I'm saying, there's a demographic in this country that they don't trust their government. They believe they coming for their guns and coming for their rights. You know what I'm saying? Legally, they already done took their health care. They already done took their wages. They already done raised the prices. It's only this is like a boiling keg. You know what I'm saying? And it's only time before it explodes. And it's little events like this that are the little minor sparks before the flame erupts into a full out forest fire. You know what I'm saying? And I know I never was in the Esau militaries. I can only imagine with somebody who actually served and gave their life and fought for freedom and the right to protest, see a Marine in his full out color guard protesting, saying we don't want to fight this war, and these policemen come and break his arm, trying to get him up out of there for expressing his freedom of speech. I guess this is going to be a bad thing for these cats a lot.
Yeah.
If I could, sir.
Yeah.
The Lord said, let the weak say I'm strong. The Lord don't want to hear none of that. You going into World War III. You can protest however the hell you want. It's not optional. Like he over here saying, I don't want to go into World War III. The Lord said you're going to have to go. If I have to break your arm, you're going into World War III. So I don't feel no sympathy for this devil. I mean, I don't feel no sympathy for this devil because it's not optional. I mean, this is our freedom at risk. Slack, sir, go ahead.
I worry me no slack, bro. I definitely hear what you're saying now. But if I could be the devil's advocate for a second. If I could be the devil's advocate just for a quick second, I feel your pain. You in uniform and these, rent a city cops putting their hands on you, roughing up your freshly pressed uniform. What you went through to get that whole get up there, man. That's high class disrespect to not just this Marine, but Marines everywhere.
Right.
If they could do this to a decorated Marine, because he has some little badges on there on the left side.
Right.
Yeah, Sergeant.
He a sergeant, boy. He got some rank.
Right.
If they could do this to him, what will they do to you?
Right.
I think y'all better, black people protested. I remember there was a man, he was born with the name of Cassius Clay. Y'all might know him as Muhammad Ali. He said, I ain't going to fight no enemy Kong. Kong ain't calling me nigga. I have to fight you right here because you won't let me be free. It sounds like the freedoms this Marine went to fight for, he's not even allowed to talk about it.
Right. Sir.
What did you go to fight for if that's the case?
Okay.
Yeah, I think the Marines need to have a council. I think this here is proof that they need to imagine getting. Now, if he came in there in sweats and they seen him as a regular citizen, I get it. They rough him up. He's in the full uniform, man. The red stripe. He's in and you break his arm.
That's the locket cap.
Oh my gosh! Okay. Listen, it's damn near. I'm conditioned, Doc. You had to forgive me. I'm conditioned where if he was black, I'd have been like, well, that's what they do to black people. It's a white man.
Good night.
I think the Marine Corps needs to have a council about this one. You broke his arm in uniform on home turf.
That's right.
Shame. Shame. I talk like them women from 1600s. Shame.
That's right.
Shame.
Shame on you.
Salakia.
So if I could, Cap.
Go ahead.
And it's so spiritual. Like when you would look at it, because where his arm was broke was the door. Between the door.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's almost, it runs parallel to his kingdom. Like it's like you trying to hold on to something that you can't hold, and it's like he's trying to hold on to power, trying to hold on to his rights, and at the door, his arm get broke.
His arm get broke.
Like the Lord, once again, it's all spiritual. Like what he's doing, and this right here, this is triggering for a lot of military people that's in the military.
Yep.
It's triggering. Trust and believe. Like once again, remember their oath. They said they swear oath to fight an enemy, foreign
and
domestic. That's their oath. You're gonna see mutiny break out in the military before this is over. It's going to happen. The Lord is going to fracture this kingdom. He going to break. The Bible says every unfruitful branch will be thrown into the fire. Every branch of this government, every branch, the legislative, the judicial, every branch of this government, the Lord is going to break down. And you're going to see the inner workings of all the things that we didn't know. You're going to say, oh, that's what happened in 93. That's what happened in 65. That's what happened. The Lord is going to break it down, and he's going to break it down to the point where you're going to see these people go to war with each other.
Yeah.
To fight. Like while they fighting over there, it's going to be fighting here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like it say in the Apocrypha. And this man right here, he's holding on. He's trying to use it. When he was in his full power, the door would open for him. He wouldn't have to fight to, have his voice heard. Now his arm being broke at the door.
Yeah.
Like this here, that's the Lord. That the Lord is letting us know this place is about to go, man. And he got his arm broke with his in full uniform outfit.
That's the height of disrespect, man.
At the height of disrespect, they would have never treated a fully dressed Marine like this. They would have never, man. It's almost. I mean, it's anti-government, damn near. You understand? He would have been able to say what he had to say. They would say, "Sir, please, can you please leave? Can you please calm down?" They would have let him say. Matter of fact, they would say, "You know what? Give him the mic. Let him talk."
You're supposed to let him talk.
They would have gave him the mic and let him talk. Cap, you right.
You're supposed to let him talk. At this point, he's earned it.
Right.
Yeah.
You send somebody over there and say, "Listen, man, you can talk, but you're gonna have to say certain things. You're gonna have to." You know what I mean? But let him talk, or we call a recess. We're gonna call a recess if you can't talk in order. Something like that. You put your hands on him, and you in here, you're not allowed to put your hands on a brother in here for without a cause of self-defense or some shit like that.
Yeah.
You imagine the counsel for this? You broke his arm. Well, come on, will review. Oh my, he would flip the building out.
If I could, sir, go ahead.
Salaki, I was just going to say, what's so ironic too is that now you're getting to see the hypocrisy of America
that we've been seeing all along.
Yeah, because he went on more likely fighting with the Iraqi war, wherever other war. He was still fighting for the same people. Was it different? What's the difference now? Difference now is you're actually fighting an enemy that will bloody your nose. And a ton of body bags coming back. That's the difference. Esau is a bully only when he could, when he sure he going, bloody your nose.
Victim don't fight back.
Yeah. But now you're having somebody that fighting back, and now now you fit into see your sons and your daughters come back in them body bags.
This is what you stormed January 6th for.
Yeah.
Right.
I can't believe you stormed the Capitol for this. It's an atrocity. I'll be the devil's advocate. This is an atrocity. This is a travesty of justice. This is high class disrespect. High level, this is a serving Marine. I don't know if he's a vet, if he's retired. I would say serving for now. Is this how you treat your heroes, Donald Trump?
Yep.
Is this how you treat the best of your people, Hegseth? Right? Didn't he looked like he passed in the height and weight requirements that Hegseth was barfing about a few months ago.
If I could, so I'm gonna use the devil's word. It's nigh unto treason.
It's come on.
Like, this is this is unforgivable. Salaki. It's like they gonna ride for this cat. These devils are gonna ride behind this because, like you said, Cat, if they would do this to him, then what would they do to me?
Exactly.
Right.
Salaki.
If I could, sir.
Go ahead, please, Warren.
Salaki, sir. And this is so poetic to me. I mean, because Christ says something, and everything Christ says is so heavy. Christ said, nevertheless, let not my will be done, but yours. Because Christ knows he can't resist what the Lord wants. This devil here, he doesn't want to go into World War III. The Lord wants it. So if I have to break your arm to bring you to World War III, you're going into World War III.
A warrior can't be McCoy counselor. He just come out on unravel the jury. I just had the jury on the fence. I just had everybody on the fence. They feel sorry for the crimes that was committed to this white man here, and solidarity, and say, you know what, them niggas talking the truth. A warrior man come and say, fuck all of that shit.
So like you for May too, sir. So I got dropped down. They cut my internet off over here. They already starting the outages.
Listen, just keep it on the table.
Yeah, Kawaka. No, Kawaka. But okay, if they would do this to him, clean shaven head, clean shaven face, white man, height and weight requirements, the most prestigious branch of all of Esau's branches, the Marines. If they would do this to the top of them, if you're black or Hispanic, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but I'm trying to get you to understand the voice of reason, the voice of the Lord. They do not give a damn about you.
That's right.
They do not give a damn. If they would do this to one of their own, someone in times past, he could walk in a room and he damn near can just get put on Congress. You know what I'm saying? In times past, he could walk into a room and they'll just put him over niggas.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Just you got that uniform on, and the way you look, we just gonna put you somewhere important because we honor, white men like you. Yeah, that time is over with. And if you're a black, Hispanic, or Native American, you better recognize this is how they do their so-called brave and the most honorable of them. And if you're white, you should recognize you have a short time. You should be full of wrath, like Revelation said. You should be, if you're not angry, you should, at this point, if you're black, Hispanic, white, anybody in America, you should be angry. You understand? Like at this point, I'm not understanding. Even if you're a white man, you should be angry. If you're black, Hispanic, or Native American, you should be angry because it's not panning out the way we've been told it would pan out. That American dream is for those that are asleep.
That's right.
You understand? Like this would happen to a white man that, okay, I was in the white man's military, and if somebody like this, just off of default, he would just get certain reverence.
Yeah.
He would just get he got the look.
Yeah.
He got the look of this nigga is important.
This nigga looked like a G.I. Joe. He looked like
G.I. Joe.
Military man. With the kung fu grip.
With the kung fu grip. And do you remember them G.I. Joe? They'll have one in the formal uniform, then they have one where they could put the other stuff on, the accessories.
Khan.
Like this nigga here, and he's good and strong. It took 6 of them to pull him off with a broken arm.
I peeped that too, Cap. I watched that. They struggled with, and he didn't look like he was really trying. He looked like he
let them take him off.
He let him, sir. Like they don't understand. Like Esau, you're so dishonorable. If you were an honorable nation, these are the men you should put up. You should prop above you. And that's why the scripture says, consult not with a coward in matters of war.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's such a dishonorable thing for you white men that are so valiant and brave and strong. You serve a government that is beneath you.
That's come on.
That's right.
You serve a government and men that are beneath you.
A warrior resisted, a warrior resisted. I know a warrior coming in there with his machete. A warrior is like, what the fuck these niggas talking about? Like, if you don't fight in the war,
right?
Don't fight. Listen, a warrior. Listen, you have to be the devil's. If you're gonna rule over them, a warrior, you're gonna have to be able to understand their plight. If you're going to rule over them. Listen, I want in addition to the reputation with the black horse, the Senor Negro, which is the moniker I have for myself in the kingdom, with the black horse, with the all black everything that come to put the babies in the box. I also want them to talk about me like I'm one of the Quakers, and I'm what's the other one they always call from Britain?
The Puritans.
The Puritans, but there's a name, William Wilberforce. They always talk about him, William Wilberforce, and the Quaker. I want them to talk about me like that. I sell the babies, but I fight for the rights of you white people against vile white people.
God.
I want that. And these cops here was vile to put their hands on this soldier here. One soldier to another. Because I'm a man under orders too. Until you serve your country like this, your wife, who knows what I don't even know if you suffered from you got hit from Jody. Here in the military, they got a name Jody.
That's right.
Which is the name of Mr. Mention, boyfriend number 2, the nigga who helping you while you on tour. I don't know if while he was deployed, Jody went into his house and he stayed fighting.
Yeah.
And he come home and he vote for Trump because no more wars. Trump gonna bring us home, boys. That's what we need, a real white man in the White House, not like Obama. Remember, the black sniper always talk about Obama's rules of engagement and how it crippled them in the field. Now, Trump come and say, no more wars, we're bringing everybody home. He's bringing us home, boys. Hoorah.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about, man. We going home. Listen, man, I need to go home. My wife, we working it out. Yeah, Jody's gone. He do all of that. Vote for Trump. Come in. Go on to war again. He's angry because you didn't keep your word, and you broke his arm when you lied. You broke your word and his arm.
Yeah,
right. If I could, sir. Sir.
Go ahead.
In the book of Ezekiel, chapter 30, the Lord says, "How you heathens, for the day of the Lord is near." You're gonna go into World War III with broken arms.
I give up. I wave the white flag. Go ahead.
I mean, these heathens, they know where they're going. They're gonna go into World War III with a broken arm. It's not optional. I mean, don't try to say, "Hey, no, we got the Negroes in check. We got the niggas in check. We don't gotta go into World War III." You're going into World War III with a broken arm.
Say, well, officer, I tried. Sergeant, I tried. You know, this is a tough crowd right here. This is a tough crowd.
And if I could, real quick, it's the signs of the times, because even here in Indianapolis, everybody's light bill done doubled and tripled. So they was talking about all over the internet, and the light company was going to have a meeting for the community to talk about it. And like an hour before the meeting, they canceled it, said because they had threats from the public.
Right.
Like, that's the signs of the time. Like, they're gonna be trying to have these meetings about what they're gonna do for the people, and they're gonna be like, hold on. They getting the pitchforks. We can't have this meeting. What we gonna do now? Because next they're gonna say, fuck the meeting. Let's just look them up and go to his house.
Hey, Cap, they're gonna send the AI. You gonna go in the meeting and the computer gonna talk to you.
Right.
There you go.
Go.
Listen, man, this Babylon is falling now. That's
yeah.
Like it's gonna be Rome again. It's gonna be Caesar crossing the Rubicon real soon. You know what I mean? With these soldiers, you know, these military personnel, these U.S. military personnel, white man's military, they done took a lot of L's with Trump since he came in.
That's right.
You know what I mean? That whole thing with Hegseth talking how he talked to their generals, to men who raised them. You gotta remember that.
Right.
Like, these men who raised these young boys and gave them purpose, and you know, even though the devil, you gotta understand what these men mean, and you come up there and talk all that shit.
Yeah.
Then you took the National Guard and did some of the most dishonorable things that brought dishonor to these men. And they did it anyway because they follow your orders.
Right.
You send them here, you send them there. Then you go, you murder them 2 people in Minnesota after you murder all the blacks and Hispanics in the ICE raids.
Yep.
Like these guys are they're going. This going to be a reckoning. There is going to be a reckoning, and it's going to come at a time where it's going to be heat outside.
Yep.
It's going to be heat inside.
That's
They
right.
call it the foreign policy.
Yeah.
All of that will come into play, and it's going to be like, damn, it's bad home and it's bad over there, and that's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, so like it, sir, if I may too.
Easy.
And this is so symbolic. I got to go back and watch the video to see if that was the Marine's right hand in particular that got broke. Because
it's his left hand.
It was the left hand. Well, the scriptures say his strength shall be hunger bitten.
Well, maybe he's left-handed.
Yeah, right. He could be left-handed. That could be a strong hand, but it was so symbolic in that if anybody that served in Esau military know the Marines outside of the regular armed forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, the Marines has been the most prestigious among the armed forces. Coast Guard don't count because since after 9/11 they became part of the Department of Homeland Security.
Right.
The Marines has been considered the prestigious amongst all of them. And so to see a United States Marine, a white one, get his hand broke, to me, it's so symbolic that your strength is hunger bitten. Like, this is a man that is the literal representation of America's strength.
Right.
Like, this is who they use for the commercials to recruit more niggas to join. They use niggas that look like him in the commercial to get you to say, he looks strong.
Right.
He looked strong. He looked capable. I got to join so I can be like him. Yeah, the Lord used him and showed that nigga got his hand broke, nigga. You understand? The mark of the beast is in the right hand, and the Lord broke that goddamn hand. You might want to separate from Egypt. You might want to separate from the place that you think is so strong and so capable and so wise and full of wise counsel. Because the Lord just showed you, look what they do to their own strength. And that's the wicked, that's the evil part. Like, look, this is their strength. And like, again, he's not even trying. You could tell he's not trying. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what they do to their own strength. This is like the armed forces are literally the forefront of your first in line defense.
Right.
And this is what you do to your own strength. And man, it's so. I remember coming to the truth. I don't think I was in the truth yet. I remember General Muhammad somebody asked the question where it says, "They shall dash. Happy will you be when you dash his little ones against the stone." And General Muhammad broke this down, and he said, "Who's not to say that the white man is so destroyed that he takes his own little ones and dashes them against the stones?" I remember that. I think I was in the world or just coming in, and I remember him breaking that down. And General Muhammad said, "Who's not to say the same way we destroy our own, we abort our own babies, we destroy our own. Who's not to say that the white man is not the one who will dash his own against the stones
and be happy,
and will be happy." And I'm looking at that, and it's bringing it all together for me. It's like, oh, this is what you do to your own strength. Your strength is hunger bitten because of you. You understand? Like, you are so backwards and so evil and diabolical. You're harming the men, the last line of defense of people who would stand up for this whore. And it's beautiful to me. So
and if I could, go ahead, Kat.
No, Salaki, I just gonna add to what Kazak was saying too. Hey, Mashak, that video, you saw the face of the black man?
Yeah. He was shocked because he's like,
his face was like,
this is what happens to niggas. Surely this ain't happened to him. I could pull it back for you if you want.
Yeah, to see his face.
His face was he was totally, his jaw dropped.
Yeah, because brother, I'm telling you, I'm just thinking about all the brothers and sisters who went in there thinking they was going in there to you know what I mean, get a college degree. You know what I mean? Just you know what I mean, just you know what I mean, get something for the family, you know what I mean, something to move up. And now you literally have to go put your you know what I mean, your life on the line.
Yeah.
Not for your country, one that you're born and raised in, but for some other country that don't care about your own people.
Yeah.
Yo, that there is, you know what I mean, it's gonna be real hard to put up with that. And I can see these people who up in there like literally hiding all the atrocities that they're gonna do to their own people. So that a civil war don't break out. Because they ain't talking about the boat no more, where they was trying to mess the sewage system up. Who knows if they tell them people, yo, you ought to go take a dump in a bucket and throw it off in the sea. But we going. We ain't turning this boat back around.
Right.
You understand?
Warrior is like, fuck all of this. Listen, a warrior gonna be. I'm gonna be the a warrior gonna be the Southern Poverty Law Center. he gonna be calling me against the union. He said that is against the spirit of the union. That old devil lover. He's an old devil lover.
Sir, if I could, what Captain I was saying so heavy, man, because it's like you can't resist the will of the Lord. Like to me, it's so spiritual. It's like he's at the doorway trying to resist the spirit of the Lord. When it comes to what the Lord wants, you'll sit in the belly of a whale for 3 days.
Yes.
He'll break your arm.
Listen, Jacob, the angel had to break Jacob's hip. What the hell is a broken arm? What the hell is a broken arm? The Lord gave you two.
That's why again it's so heavy what Christ said, man. Christ said, nevertheless, let your will be done. Because Christ is just submitting to it. Because he knows you can't resist what the Lord wants. And the Lord wants this. You can go there and cry and talk about humanity and we don't want our children to die. The Lord said your children are going to die. The Lord said it. And you are coming up against the Lord. He was coming up against the Lord. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
Freedom ain't
because
free.
the Lord said your children are going to die.
And
he said, no, please. I don't want my children to die.
A warrior, give me a minute to confer with my clients. Let me 1 second. Let me just confer with my client. 1 second. Wasn't expecting you to say all of that. You see all that shit you talking? He wasn't expecting you to say all of that.
Yo, Cap, what's this man's face?
No, listen. Look at his face compared to the white people behind him.
Yeah,
they don't feel for this Marine.
Right.
Even the little boy on over his left shoulder looks more curious than shocked.
Right.
This brother looks like he wants to go help.
Calm.
And he better not. He better not. Like those are your who go watch the tape. I watch it good. The Marine wasn't holding the door, you know. When he grabbed the door the first time, when they opened it, his hand got caught. He couldn't even move it.
Right.
And they just kept pulling him until the shit break.
Good night. If I could, this reminds me of every movie where there's the villain who has his henchmen.
Right.
And in some part of the movie, the villain always like shoot his own henchmen. And I always be like, why he do that? Why the villain always shoot their own henchmen? I see that's what you're dealing with America. America they're gonna hit their own henchmen. Just because he don't agree with what was said, or he's got another plan. He's like, oh, you don't like the plan? Boom. Anybody else got something to say against the plan?
The henchmen got morals too.
The
henchmen got morals too.
Yeah.
You understand? And you can't be immoral. You can't be immoral, and let that be a lesson to you. Where it's a shame. I can't paraphrase it. I'm paraphrasing it now. When the Apocrypha is like a shame for you to be a man of war and serve a man who's less than you.
That's right.
What these soldiers are experiencing now.
Come.
Listen, even David's men was on the run for years, sleeping in caves, eating corn. Have you ever eaten corn that ain't boiled? They was eating corn from the field, Doc.
Right.
David's men came and said, yo, Saul in the same cave on the other side. You could end this right now. David say, I ain't gonna touch the Lord's anointed.
Right.
Yep.
And nobody said a word after. They stood with him. Because he presented a morally right argument. But these soldiers here are serving men who are not morally right. They ain't got no morals. They'll trade it for a child.
That's
for
right.
some pleasure.
It's a lot.
Come on, Cap.
What you're saying is so right. They realize that they're not fighting for the Constitution. They're fighting for his cause.
Yeah, that's it.
And they know, and he's looking at all these Epstein files and things like that, and they know that, and really, white people know white people. They know he's trying to find a way out and using war as leverage.
Yeah.
He's starting all these wars and he's using it for, and I'm almost like they talking about what's that reporter, her mother missing. Look, if it ever come on the news where they said we ain't seen the president in the last 24, 48 hours, you better know something up.
I'm trying to tell you.
He planning to escape. He gonna crash this joint and make it burn. So in order for him to escape justice, he's a vagabond. So what you're saying is so right. They are serving. They went over there and made the ultimate sacrifice, as they say, and they are serving a man who's a draft dodger.
Yeah, and wouldn't let his son sign up. Wouldn't
even let his son sign up. But he's gonna send you to war. Oh, I'm gonna tell you like this right here, and see, it's a lot different than it was with Vietnam. But we in this social media era, oh my goodness, it's not going. Cats like him and men that's under him, they're gonna rebel on this government.
Yeah. This tape here, like who was saying it before, it ain't really got around yet. It seemed like I think this happened today.
Happened earlier today.
Yeah, brother. By midday tomorrow or Friday morning, this shit is going to fracture the military. Because it's already there. It's already. This is the stroller going to bring the camera back if you want to put it like that.
I'll try and count. It's a lot. Salute the flag or whatever. If you can raise your hand, I don't know. No. We'll figure it out. You can't salute, take a knee. How about that?
Take a knee. Yeah, man. Hey, listen, there's almost one. Oh, so go ahead, Saka.
No, I was just saying it's rough. That's all I was saying, sir.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Listen, man. It was a good show tonight. Tawana again. Come on, Yahanna coming through. He had to go handle some business, but he's gonna be back next week. He's gonna be back Monday. Y'all tune in Monday night, live 9 p.m. right here on this very channel, man. The real General Yahanna. Right here on this very channel, man. Y'all pray for me. I plan to be a lawyer in the kingdom. I'll sell the babies, but I'm praying that a warrior don't just come on and do everything. A warrior, I'm saying, it's lucky. In the book of Ezekiel, it said, a warrior want none of that shit. Fuck the politics. there's other heathens to build the kingdom. I hear you, a warrior. I'm with you. You know what I mean? To what is the usual suspects who always come on through Captain Nine Tackle, the Dog Carolina. Usual, you know what I mean? Always inside Captain Kahano, and the dog is going to be back in his zone for Passover in that whole zone here. Captain Soccer War for sure. Full number, Memphis, Tennessee. Rocking the whole thing out, man. Captain for cash, man, all over the place. The whole zone, man. Recon and bringing it back, man. Officer Warrior, man, and Officer Kazaka. I'm not two solid brothers rocking it all, holding it down, the whole zone, DMV, to the nation as well. I don't know, Officer Sawapiala, he was with us earlier. He had to roll. We're going to be back next week, y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all listen, pay your tithes. 10% must come in, isupk.com. Pay your Passover fee, man, $200. Everybody 17 years on over. We're going to see y'all down there in Houston April 4th. Get down there early, man. Get down there on the 1st, man. Big kickoff is going to be amazing. We're going to do this thing, man. Lord allow, this is the last one, man. Pray these prophecies. Watch and pray. That's what the Lord said. Watch and pray. And with that, say shalom, man.
Shalom.
He parted the Red Sea, and the entire nation of Israel walked out of slavery.
The ISUPK presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas. You do not want to miss this one, Israel. Shalom.
ISUPK under Commanding General Yahanna presents the official itinerary for the 57th Annual Lord's Passover. Kickoff. Wednesday, April 1st, the lamb slaughter from 11 a.m. Followed by fun and games, basketball, 3-point shootout. Can you hit the target in the archery competition? Then let's gather together ourselves and eat some lamb. Later that night, the dopest podcasts, the Round Table of Truth, Cross the Line Radio, and Let a Hebrew Speak. All going down from 8 p.m. Thursday, April 2nd, the annual Kiddies Party. It's all going down at Slick City Action Park from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Followed by Scripture Breakdown class from 7 p.m. with 12 Shield General Mahayim. Friday, April 3rd from 8 p.m. The all-black party. You know how we get down. It's all going down at the BH Ranch, Houston, Texas. Saturday from 1 to 4 p.m. we will be hosting a brunch. Then the moment we've been waiting for all year from 5 p.m. sharp, April 4th, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. Followed by the Feast of Unleavened Bread, Sunday, April 5th from 7 p.m. The Passover and Feast of Unleavened Bread goes hand in hand, so don't miss it. Make your reservations, book your flights and hotels now. An entire week of activities for only $200. Go to isupk.com, pay your Passover fee now. Shalom.
Hold on 1 second.